Our Newcastle Fans TV now in partnership with Manscaped. You bet your balls we are. The Premier League is in full swing, and it means it's time to throw on your black and white Newcastle shirt and make sure you don't take a nasty tackle below the waist. Our partners at Manscaped are here to save your boys from taking on a shot from distance off Matt Ritchie, which would sting. It would sting. So you can stay clean and take care of yourself where it matters most. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs.
Manscaped has just launched in the UK and the EU. We've gone years without using the right tools for the job, but no fear. Manscaped is here with an absolute screamer to deliver the best tools for your below-the-waist grooming experience.
Lee, how has Manscaped helped your grooming?
Well, I used to use a lot of cheap razors, and put it this way, Sam, I was stinging for a few days because you've got cuts left, right, and centre, button down. Ouch. Not anymore. Not with this bad boy. Oh, it's beautiful. And I can say it has improved my love life. So that was my experience of cutting myself left, right, and centre. Sam, please tell us more about Manscaped.
That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team has perfected the greatest hair trimmer ever created, the Lawnmower 3.0. Look at that there. Battery life up to 90 minutes. But the Lawnmower 3.0 is simply the best hygiene tool for the modern man. Adjustable, clean, easy, simple to use, and no nicks, which is very important.
The Perfect Package 3.0 comes with the new improved Lawnmower waterproof cordless body trimmer, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag for you to use when we're done quarantining. The Perfect Package 3.0 also comes with a crop preserver and a crop reviver. The crop preserver is anti-chafing ball deodorant, which ensures that your afternoon stroll doesn't end with your balls sticking to your leg. The Crop Reviver is a spray-on toner for your balls. It's made with soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts, which give your balls a boost.
Yes, please. Get 20% off with free shipping with the code NFTV at manscaped.com. You can be one of the first men in Europe to experience their life-changing products. Take advantage of this limited time offer for Manscaped's top-class lineup and try it for yourself. That's the discount code NFTV.
So Sam's a big fan. I'm a big fan. We've got our Manscaped products. Have you? Check the link in the description for free shipping and a whopping 20% off at manscaped.com. Here we go, people. Are you as nervous? Because I am. Welcome, everybody, to NFTV. Welcome to the watch along. We are live on both of our YouTube channels as well as Twitch. Nervous about this one. Like, I've just literally finished 5 minutes ago from 11-hour shift. So Newcastle better bring me some good news tonight, because I'll feel it. I feel it being a late one tonight. I'll be finished around about 1 a.m. But if you are watching along, please help us by smashing that like. Loads of content for the next 6 hours here on both of our channels, me and the NFTV. And of course, if you want more of our membership info, you can click the join button. Brandon and I will be talking a little bit about that later. Please keep your comments coming. I'll be reading some of them out as we talk, as we build up to the game, and as ever. And I do think it's important to say that thank you very much for clicking on NFTV and watching as well. I can see all the comments coming through as well. Speaking of Brandon, there he is as well, buzzing for tonight. And what's the bet? And Almiron comes off injured. Yes, Almiron is the headline. He starts. Yes, he starts tonight, which has surprised me because I didn't think he'll be involved. I thought at best he'll be on the bench, but no, he's straight in. Let's just hope he doesn't break down. And as ever, Martin's in the live chat, encouraging you to hit like, which will be lovely. Hiya to Olias, hiya Kevin, hiya Joseph. Joe Linton starting again. What is wrong with this man? Hopefully it's Bruce's last game. Can't hack dumb at a left back as well. Wait, Almiron is back. He is back. He is back. Miguel Almiron is in the starting lineup for Newcastle United. And if you don't believe us, we'll get the lineups on screen. We'll talk more about this a little bit in about 25 minutes or so. But yeah, here it is. This is your Newcastle United lineup. Let's run it through with you. So we've got Martin Dubravka is in goal. Javier Manquillo is in at right back. Interestingly, no Emil Kraft. There is some rumours going around with him travelling around with COVID. He's not even on the bench, so that may be true with Emil Kraft. Jamal Lascelles, captain. Kieran Clark. That doesn't surprise me too much. Fernandez still remains on the bench. Paul Dummett again continues at left back. That's questions for me for about Jamal Lewis, because now that's 3 in a row. It looks like again it'll be Isaac Hayden who will try and protect. John Joe Shelby will try and get on the ball. Joe Willock will be asked to get forwards as best he can. Fraser probably on the left, I would have thought. Miguel Almiron, great to see him back on the lineup on the right-hand side. That gives me a little bit more confidence going into tonight's game. However, if he didn't start tonight, I would have liked to see Murphy start if it wasn't Miggy. Joe Linton looks like he'll play through the middle. However, Bruce, as we know, has alternated the front three. So we might say Almiron spend half an hour up top, Fraser half an hour up top, Joe Linton half an hour up top. And then on the bench, you've got Carl Darlow, you've got Andy Carroll, Matt Ritchie, Dwight Gale, Jamal Lewis, Jeff Hendrick, Federico Fernandez, Jacob Murphy, and Sean Longstaff. So that's your tune lineup. Again, we're talking more about that when the lads start coming around about 1:30. And this is the Brighton lineup. I'll begin with the bench. You've got the Smoggy Steele, McAllister, who's on the bench. You've got Yakenbach, I can never pronounce his name, Alzati, Isquerio, and then you've got Proper, Tau, Zakiri, and Dan Byrne. Interestingly, he's a Newcastle fan from Blythe. He does not make it. I would have liked to see him ripped apart because he's probably the tallest centre-back in the whole, it might be even the tallest outfield. I know he plays left back, sometimes left wing back. He might be the tallest in the league, but I would have liked to see him got it tonight, but he hasn't. And he's gone with Sanchez in goal, and then you've got White and Dunk. Basuma, who I think has improved the last 12 months. I think he's a good little player. Morpay will be up top. Trossard will be out wide. Gross will be trying to attack for the middle. Adam Lallana starts as well. He'll be helped to try and get forward from a central position. Mode, I don't know much about that lad, I'm not going to lie. Danny Welbeck will probably be out wide and come in. And Veltman, who is a Dutch international. So that is your lineup for Brighton. But yes, obviously Leeds done us a massive favour last night. Of course, they did helping Newcastle out. So currently, as it stands, Newcastle have 2 games in hand, sitting a point ahead of Fulham. For me, this is a must-win. I don't care. Oh, it's great. We've got 2 games in hand. We're a point ahead. Not for me. Not for me. This is a must-win game. This is the biggest game of the season, period, without a shadow of a doubt. Newcastle have to go in with the mentality of going to win. Yes, we know Brighton play much better football, and Brighton will have more share of the ball, but whatever it takes tonight, we've got to win, because then you look at the run of fixtures after the international break. The only games I could see Newcastle getting something out of is the Burnley one coming up. It's a tough run of fixtures, but we're going to reflect back on the game against Aston Villa first, because it was a huge relief. We all thought we're going to go when Kieran's game going to go down to a defeat. I'm not thinking that we're going to by the way. I'm just stating that. I'm still optimistic but it was a huge relief to get that point. And obviously I want to take you back to the celebrations. And that's a point, and some of it might be a little bit over the top. It was just a raw emotion of relief here. Have a look at this.
You fucking bastard! Fucking come on! Fucking good! Yes!
Okay.
Get in!
Fucking joke.
Get in!
What the fuck?
Yes! Come on!
We fucking scored.
Fuck yeah!
Come on!
Get in there!
I can't believe I've not been able to see this.
And if the lads had an actual proper connection, paid for a service, they would be up to speed with the goals because Brandon was quite clearly ahead of everybody else. But yes, we might have four in the watch along tonight because Johnny is going to be joining the rest of the lads. Obviously, I'm disappearing about 10 to 5 to, and Johnny. I think Liam's having a spell. I think Brandon, Carl, I think Sam's going to dip his head in at half-time as well. So we've got loads on the watch-along tonight. So it's the first time that we'll have four. Speaking of Sam, this is his reaction to that 1-1 draw.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler. Well, I don't think we deserve to get beat tonight, but it was a very real possibility after Watkins or Clark home goal, unfortunately. It was a real possibility, and normally when we go 1-0 down, it's game over, that's it. It's done, finished, over with. And that would have been a real kick between the legs, and we would have been in serious, serious trouble. We're all obviously Man City fans now as they play Fulham. But the late goal saved us. It's a point on the board, which is obviously better than nothing. That could be the point that saves us. That could be the point that saves us. We probably need 2 more wins and a draw. 34, 35 points. It could be huge. It's great to see the captain. He's the one fighting for the shirt. Lads like Jamal Lascelles, Paul Dummett, they're the ones that we need around. And that could be the difference between Premier League and Championship next season. Bruce... Obviously, we know what he's like. He's an absolute horrendous manager, and not changing the formation in 2 games, 2 winnable games, over 180 minutes of football when we've not really looked that threatening, to not change the system, which a system he introduced to accommodate our front 3, all of whom are injured. To not change that and to have such little flexibility in your system and your tactical nous, why not just go 4-2-3-1? We've been saying it for 18 months, nearly 2 years now on the channel. 4-2-3-1's the way to go. But look, it's a point on the board. We didn't lose against Villa. We didn't deserve to lose. The game was there for the taking. The game was there for the taking. So it is slightly disappointing, but the way we got that late equaliser, look, Saturday against Brighton is one of the biggest games in the past 10 years for this football club. This is must win, not lose, whatever you call it. There can't be no slip-ups can be afforded, no more fuck-ups. This is everything. Everything matters.
Yeah, so that was Sam's reaction to the 1-1 draw, which we got a last gasp header from Jamal Lascelles, who's been shown the strikers how to score goals of late. Let's hope that he gets on the end of a corner or a cross or what have you tonight. We have the one yet? No, we haven't won yet. It's a big, big game for Newcastle. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit going into this one because I'm a bit worried if we get beat in the reaction to the videos tonight. And I can imagine on the fan reaction show tonight, I think there'll be quite a few people a little bit upset. If we go down tonight, a draw for me, it's as you were. That doesn't help. The only benefit of a draw is it's 1 game less. That's it. But we've got to win tonight. I think it's a must win. We've got to go there and put some goals in as well, because we've got that tough run. We have got that tough run. We'll get reaction from Jamal Lascelles and Steve Bruce next.
Over the course of the game, I wouldn't say it was a fair result. I thought we were the better team. I thought we had the better chances. It was a difficult game, but in terms of chances created, I thought, it seemed like we created the most. And then the one chance they had, a deflection that goes in. And I guess that's football, but we just have to keep fighting to the end, and we did. Yeah, exactly. I thought we was playing some good football. I thought defensively we were pretty solid all game. I thought, it was on the front foot. We were creating chances, but we weren't going in the back of the net. And then, the one chance they have gets a deflection, it goes in. So it was hard to take, and at the end there we're just throwing everything forwards, and we got a bit of look back ourselves. Great ball. I think Jacob Murphy crossed it, and then I just went for it, and considering we were losing 1-0, I think it's a good point to take. Yeah, I think it takes character. I think it just takes character, leadership, and we just got to stick together. positive thing. You know, we've got a really tight group, and you know, we all want to succeed. And I think the performances have been a lot better compared to the start of the season. And you know, now we just need. I think we've had 3 draws now, but we need to start getting 3 points and winning games. Would have been devastated if we lost, but you know, the fact we went down and then we made it 1-1. It's you know, we're still fighting. You know, it shows that we've got a lot of personality, a lot of character and togetherness, and yeah, we've just got to stick with it.
Well, there wasn't much in the game, was there? And it was arguably we've had the best opportunities and best chances. So I suppose, but we've the goal that the score is, is a bit of a fluke. The one thing you have to do then is still show a little bit of desire and hunger to get back into it, and we've done that. We've managed to scrape something out of it, but I think we at least deserved that. He's come in for a lot of criticism, Joe, but he's contributed to the team and his performance today. Of course, he needs to score a goal and be a bit of a hero for once, and that hasn't quite happened for him. But he's performing as well as he can do, and I'm sure there's a goal or two round the corner. We hope, of course, but his all-round performance I was pleased with. There's still 10 games, and we're unbeaten in our last couple, which, yes, we'd love to have won one of them, of course. That helps. We've got to still show the same attitude, and, we're big players, hopefully, are around the corner, maybe in the next couple of weeks. That'll certainly help, because we've been a bit hampered when, a miss 1 is cruel enough, but when you're missing 3, then, that gives us something to focus on, and I'm still convinced we'll be okay. Look, you gain from your experience. There's no question managing Newcastle is always difficult. There's a huge spotlight. We've got a magnificent support, which is demanding, of course, and that's the way it should be. But look, I'm ready for the challenge of it. I've been here around the block a long time, and them experiences, I hope, will prove vital.
So that was Steve Bruce's and Jamal Lascelles' reaction to grabbing a very, very late equaliser. A lot of you are saying that he's not liking hearing Steve Bruce. What do you want us to do? Not play him? Somebody's joking on. Andy Carroll's going to be brought on in the 94th minute. A great point by Geordie Sancaster, who has joined our Discord for members. More on that shortly when Brandon comes in. Dummett doesn't need Hayden for protection. If you've noticed this, that obviously any of us have seen the counter video that I did a couple of weeks back, and the last game, Hayden's been drifting out the left-hand side just to cover Paul Dummett. Now, for me, Paul Dummett's a better defender than Jamal Lewis. If it was Lewis, I could probably understand a little bit more, but I don't naturally get that. I think Dummett is fine at defending. I've got no problems going forward. I've got 1 or 2 issues, but having said that, Paul Dummett made me eat my words last game because he was actually getting forward, pinging in crosses, whilst Dwight Gale was on the wing. But anyhow, we digest and we move on. We'll read some of your comments out. Sam, if Joe scores, make it 6. Yeah, Sam has said a couple of things tonight. I don't know if he's on the bevies already, because I'll try to negotiate with Sam. If we've got 300 likes, he'll come on and neck 3 pints of Guinness. I think you should all bully him in the chat and agree to that, because he's not agreeing to it. But please smash that like. That'll help influence. But he has said that if Joe Litton scores the winner, he'll come on and neck 3 pints of Guinness. So I'm holding him to it, but he's trying to move the goalposts a little bit. So please give him a bit of stick about that, because he will be getting some stick with a membership video coming up very, very shortly, which I think he knows what's gonna come. But we're gonna have a look back at the fan clips, the best of. Well, I say the best of. It's never the best of when you come away for deflating point against Aston Villa. But this is what the fans said, and I'll be back with you in about 10 minutes.
Well, it's great we got the equaliser, but is it still good enough? No, sorry, but it's not. Unfortunately, that is the thing. I mean, a lot of the game, that football was drab once again. I mean, where's the quality? There was not very much quality at all. I mean, I don't get why he took Fraser off. That's always one of our better players. I must say, Jacob Murphy, it was great to see him on. Technically, I think the lad should have started.
I agree.
In my opinion, it's a crack cross into the box. He should have scored before that. He really should have. He hit the ball. I thought Shelby was dreadful tonight. I mean, his passing was absolutely horrible a lot of the time. Joe Linton, okay, he was getting well in a good position, but why is he not going for the goal?
He's selfless instead of being selfish. That's the one.
Got
there in the
he
end.
might have an opportunity. That was what frustrated me the night with Joe Linton. He's got an opportunity to aim for the goal, and he just the wrong option.
Fuming.
Why?
It's fucking shite. Sorry, excuse my French, but why does he wait until we're losing to bring Andy Carroll on? Why are we not playing a striker up front? I don't understand. I don't understand anything that happened today. Well, a lot of things you can say about Steve Bruce that are stupid, but yeah. And then to bring Ryan Fraser, who I think was arguably our best attacking player, off when we were in need of a goal, I don't get it. But the thing that baffles me the most is that everything points towards he's playing for a point. Why is he playing for a point? We need wins, not draws. I think, well, firstly, I don't want to pick on him because I think Joe Linton played well, but he's got to get shot or cross away. Too many times he beats Mings and then his shot or his cross is blocked. He's got to do better with his final ball. But I reckon we should change. We need to change the formation. It's blatantly obvious. We need to play a centre forward in the centre forward position. So I quite like the idea of 4-2-3-1, Andy Carroll up front, Murphy and Fraser on the wings, balls into the box. I don't see why that hasn't been even used when he's making subs. I don't get it. But there's evidently a need in change of formation when the formation is built around our three best attacking players who are all out injured at the minute.
I mean, Bruce's subs were ridiculous. We waited to nearly the 80 odd minutes before he makes a change. Why? As soon as he brought Carroll on, after we conceded the goal, the intensity almost picked up, and we were getting much further forward with a lot more bodies in the box, and we eventually score. So I can't understand Bruce's logic behind these changes. Yes, Jacob Murphy puts the ball in for the assist, but like-for-like changes are not working. You need to change it up and get a more attacking impetus when you're trying to get 3 points instead of Murphy on for Fraser and then, was it Manquillo on for Kraft? They're just like changes. There's nothing going to change in the way we're playing by doing that.
Totally agree with you. I never thought we'd get a point today, I'll be honest. I think the most disappointing thing is the manner in the point. It's just, we've managed to get a point. Had Steve Bruce brought Carroll on earlier, maybe we would have been talking about us scoring and them not having that chance. I mean, I don't know if it's just me. I put a comment on when Adam was doing the live reaction. About 2 minutes before Jamal Lascelles scored, someone had a shot at the edge of the box for Villa, and Jamal Lascelles was hiding. Did anybody else see that, or was it just me?
Is that the one Dubravka saved?
Yes, he saved it, but Jamal Lascelles went out, and then he's turned his back on it. And I was screaming at my dad, going, he's captain of the club, he's turned his back on it. Then he's went and done something like that. So maybe that's something to look into and go, maybe it's written that we are going to stay up, because the last person to score an own goal against Villa was also Irish and we got relegated. So I'm glad that we got a point today.
You have to look at it both ways, really. Like, we stole the point in the end, but overall I was disappointed with the point. I felt dejected and ecstatic at the same time with the equaliser, because we have to win at this stage. It's a great point to win, but 2 points lost as well. So I look more on the negative than the positive with that. Definitely what we did in the Villa and Wolves games, the two better teams, we didn't do against West Brom. We actually took the game to both of them teams. But that end product, performance-wise, we'd be fine, but the end product is killing us. And I think we'll look back at this as a real costly kind of run of fixtures. West Brom, we deserve nothing, but out of the Villa and Wolves game, we deserve the wins. But when you have no end product, what can you do, really?
It's probably 2 points drop, mate, if I'm honest with you. Didn't deserve to lose. If we'd lost, I probably would have found me vodka and necked the whole lot of it, if I'm honest with you. Because, I mean, like I said, it was just an absolute sucker punch, wasn't it? When, you know, I mean, Clark's done the instinctive thing to try and block a shot coming in or a header, and it's just kind of done like a Modi army against Brighton, kind of just looped up, wrong-footed the goalkeeper, and you know what I mean. But the thing is, I mean, we should have beat Wolves. Obviously, Dubravka could have done better there. The West Brom game, we won't go into that. And again, you know what I mean? I said we could all criticise Murphy. You know what I mean? Murphy, I mean, did he have to lambast it as hard as he did? You know what I mean? He could have kind of placed it, you know what I mean, a bit higher away from the goalkeeper, but we're being critical, aren't we? But you know what I mean? It's a point, innit? It could be that point that keeps us up, you know what I mean?
I was delighted with the point, honestly. I went into the game, I predicted 1-0 Aston Villa, and then they scored, and I was like, for God's sake, I didn't want to be right about my prediction, you know what I mean? But then when we equalised, it felt like we'd won the game. I know that might sound like a bit pathetic and stuff like that, like celebrating a point against Villa, but I was just so happy with it. And I think after that game, this is the most confident I felt in a while about the performance, because I think we deserved that point as well. If we had lost that game, I think it would have been harsh, because we did play decent. I think that's one of the best performances he's had for Were. Like, he tried really, really hard. He was decent. So yeah, I was impressed with Ryan Fraser, and that's what I wanted to see from him for a while, because I was always saying, like, he comes on and he just looks like he's not bothered and like he's not putting in 100% effort. I didn't believe, but today I think he did that, and so I was happy to see it, and I'd like to see him get some more game time, and hopefully he can step up to the mark, because we are lacking in the attacking positions.
Yeah, I thought Watkins took it well, but again, it was a poor deflection of Clark, who's, when he stepped in, he's been good. He's been one of the best defenders. Present it now, Johnny. Nice one. I stuck in, did what he needed to do, and buried the goal, didn't he? So it shows that there's a bit of belief there, as much as Bruce is concerned. But you know, he's still doing his job. Two-headed goals in a couple of games now. You know, go up and get counter attacks, set pieces. But it's his defending that's the worry, and his leading is not the same as what it used to be.
Oh, 100%.
He used to get everybody to tell in the dressing room what he thought of them, but you know, it's kind of died down a wee bit.
It was an up and down game, but then it's one of them when you've seen someone like Joe Lynn who's been getting slagged left, right, and centre. He had no right game today, so I always say that it's a positive. And then we had Lewis for the last few weeks been getting slagged. Drummett outstanding at the back, so you've got to look at the positives. There was two positives there tonight. Them were the two positive players. I think if you're being honest about Joe Lynn, he's never going to ever be an out-and-out goal scorer. He's not that type of player. He does play better out wide on a wide of a three, out wide on the right. And I think with this number 9 shirt, it's never, ever, ever going to help him. And the signing on fee was never going to help him. And his wages and all this. And then he's came to a club where he's new. He's no playing this league before. The manager didn't know him.
I write the articles for Newcastle Fans TV, and I come up with one line in it, which I'll share with you now. If Joe Linton were a gymnast, he'd lose points on his landing, because I mean, he did everything right. He did absolutely everything right in that build-up, and he just needs to finish. I mean, I could almost hear Newcastle fans around the country just screaming at the TV like I was. I was just like, shoot, why didn't you shoot? And he just needs to finish it. I don't know if he's lacking confidence or something, but he just needs to finish that shot.
Yes, and we are back by everyone. Mr. Greenwood has just randomly joined. So you all right, mate?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Not bad. Looking forward to your first watch along.
Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll just see how it goes. I just realised I don't know whether I picked the right game for it, mate. But
I know. I was about to say, you've picked a nervy one, haven't you?
No, just a bit.
Oh, it's got to be nervy, isn't it? That was obviously the fan reaction. We're going to look at the lineups as well, very, very shortly as well. I'll just change that layout. But we're going to switch the focus now for the next half an hour before kick-off into tonight's game. And we're going to have a look at a clip before we bring in Brandon's, I can say Brandon in the background as well. But I've got to bring this up first. I have to mention this because this is some achievement that we've just hit over 40,000 followers the last couple of days on Facebook, which is mental. Considering when Kyle and Paul left last July, early July, we were on about 27,000. So the growth the last 7 to 8 months has been absolutely mental. And just to have over 40,000 following us is incredible. So a big shout out to everybody who works on the page, from myself to Brandon to Liam to Adam and Sam. So they're the ones that run that as well. So yeah, so big, nice achievements. Which is always nice, little mini achievements as we go along here on NFTV. But as I say, you don't want to know about that because I just thought we'll share that. But we're going to look back at a little bit of a clip from last night's preview where the lads are talking about the fixtures coming up after tonight, back in a couple of minutes.
And I'm just hoping, obviously, I'm confident that we can stay up. I am, because Spurs have been dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Yeah, and we always seem to pull some sort of result against them. So I'm not going to write that one off entirely. Brighton again, I expect at least a point out of that tomorrow. And like you've said, if we do go and get a point, we get a point, fine. But I'd rather us go for all 3 points. As long as, again, it's going to be this. You come back to it after you've tried to analyse it, and the first thing that comes to my head is, as long as we don't lose the game, and that's exactly what Steve Bruce is going to be thinking. So he's just going to set up to draw, and it's a difficult one. Yeah, but I'm absolutely with you, mate. After that Burnley game, nah, I don't see points from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we have to get at least a point out of the Brighton game and a point out of the Burnley game, in my opinion, to be, and then hopefully either a point out of the West Ham game or somewhere in that Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Leicester run. We've got to be getting at least a point here and there to even be in with a shout. Because if you lose those, 5 games? Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, Man City, or maybe 4 then. And well, if we count the Spurs game, 5.
Yeah, if you lose the West Ham game and it's 6, man.
If you lose 4, 5, 6 games, that's 4, 5, 6 games. That could be Fulham getting 15 points. It's unrealistic, but that could be Fulham getting 15 points when we're getting 0. And then you're well and truly down by that point. There's no clawing it back from that. So it's going to be a March. I was going to say March Madness, but it's pretty much end of March now. So it's going to be awful April, I'll call it.
And they've got a much easier run of games than we have. Like, none of them are easy, but their run of games aren't as difficult as what ours are. I'd be much more confident if I was them than us, definitely.
I mean, you've got to pray that Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City are all focusing on their Champions League and Europa League exploits at that point. Ideally resting players and giving us an easier run, but I cannot see that happening. It's not looking good.
And we are back. We are down by some sort of 80s graphic of my right-hand side. I think Brandon's testing out his green screen at the minute, so we'll just looks like one of them glowing holographics, Johnny, like you're having like a singer. It looks like one of them at the minute. He's
had enough. He's had enough. It's a tough watch. I know it's a tough watch tonight, so I'm not surprised he's got.
Now he knows how difficult green screens are to get right. You heard there, Johnny, about the fixtures. Obviously, we've got a really, really tough run in Burnley. Take aside after the international break. Is that why partly tonight is a massive, massive game?
It's a massive game because of where Brighton are on the table, the fact that Fulham lost last night as well. But look, Spurs are in a bit of free fall at the minute, so you don't know what you're going to get with them. You could lose 3-1 or win 1-0. Burnley and West Ham have dipped off a bit. Lost the last couple of games, or lost against Man United last week. I didn't think they played very well at all. At home, you fancy us to get something there. So, yeah, look, it's a huge game regardless. It's the biggest game of the season.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I think that's partly the reason why it's against a relegation rival, a team that we don't really have we haven't won in the Premier League since we've done the double of them in the Championship. Home and away could always seem to be 0-0s or just a 1 goal in it. But we've got to break that poor run against Brighton, because I've looked at their lineup. We'll obviously talk about it when Brandon sorts himself out. It doesn't scare me.
The midfield worries me for Brighton.
Is it? Why?
Basuma, I think he's a really, really good player. I think he's been he seems like a couple of big clubs are looking at him, and I think even Graham Potter's admitted that Brighton will do very well to keep him for another season. You look at Lallana, very experienced. He's got a bit of creativity, and I think it's something that we massively lack in that midfield. And I think he can just kind of pull the strings a little bit. Pascal Gross, we've known for a couple of years. He was in the Championship with Brighton. And Troppard, again, a similar player who's, he's dangerous when he wants to be. It's a big night for you, John Joe Shelby, your Joe Willox, your Isaac Haynes. They need to be on Fortnite, because if they're not, and Brighton really dictate the play and really make it hard work for Newcastle, then we're not going to get many chances, because we need something from a midfield to get the likes of Fraser, Almiron and Joe Linton in the game.
Let's see if he's ready to come in. Are you sorted, Brandon?
Kind of hear him.
How do I?
Right. Oh, there we're going. Nice layout. Yeah, I can hear you. Nice layout.
I'm doing my best, mate.
Welcome to the green screen world. It's tough, isn't it?
I'm figuring it out, but
what did you say, mate? I got none of that.
I said I'm still figuring it out, the green screen and everything.
Right, you figure it out. I wanted to bring up when Brandon came in, the membership program as well, because Brandon wants to try and encourage you to join our Discord as well. We have 2 membership programs available for anybody who wants a little bit more. We've got a $1.99 and we've got a $3.99. No, it's $4.99. The 2 membership programs. The higher one, you get everything, and the $1.99, you get the majority of it. We have over 15 plus exclusive vids every month. Even Johnny has started to do some of late as well, which is great. You also get the insight of highs and lows of running NFTV. So it might be me, we've had a setback or we've got a positive. You find out. You also find out about confirmed guests, about Greenwood Mulliner Show, or anybody on the influencer, and chat directly with us on Discord. Now, not many people know what the Discord is, Brandon. So you want to just explain what is actually Discord?
Yeah, sure. Discord is like a community I set up. I just to build a community under the members. It's like sort of protected because you have to pay for it, and basically we discuss all kind of things like about the games. We have banter there, and it's just a close community, and you don't get much stick there. Or of course we have banter with each other, but it's not people from other teams as well and saying daft shit. It's protected, and it's. I feel like it's a good community over there.
I think what also as well, Johnny, we will get back to the game, by the way, people, if you're tuning in. What we do is we don't just have a membership program and support the channel, because a lot of other channels have a membership program. We actually go one step further and produce content and tell everybody how we're feeling, what's coming up, what's good, what's bad.
That was like a little Fury dig there, wasn't it? No, it was.
It wasn't meant to be.
No, we do a lot of great stuff, and obviously you mentioned that I've done a couple of videos as well recently, and yeah, it's good to stay interact with everybody. Like I say, you get to kind of talk us more a one-to-one if you like. But yeah, it's good. Like I say, we've got Greenwood Mulliner shows coming up. There's one on Tuesday, which Sam's put for a members video. Actually, I was on the members video with that one as well. So if you want to head over and who we've got on Tuesday, very big guest. Then we've got a new guest I can just say now, Steve. Welcome to the gang, I suppose.
Sam, you need to be very, very kind to me tonight, because I've got a video on here, Sam, which, sponsored by a hack company or something, are we, lads? No, we're not. But Steve, apologies if I haven't pronounced this right. Machela, have I said that right? Or Machela?
Carla, I would have gone for.
Macala, say Machela. Brandon, what's that in Dutch?
Steve McCall.
Okay, fair enough. Hey guys, big fan from New Hampshire, USA. I'm extremely nervous for this game, and I really hope we can get the win somehow as well. So thank you very much for that donation that will be put aside in the pot, which we'll get every month from ad revenue and membership videos. So we are desperately trying to find somewhere to go and host videos. So I'm still on the lookout for that, because we just had a setback, which members would have already found out about. That hat isn't fooling anybody in the green screen. And I've also got, and Johnny, I want to ask you, what would you rather see? Would you rather see Sam mess up big time with Alan Shearer, or would you like to see him neck 3 pints of Guinness in one go?
Ooh.
What do you think the viewers would want?
Oh, the Shearer messer.
Shearer messer, okay. Oh, interesting you should say that. My editing
I would go for it.
We're going to show you how well I can edit. Isn't that right, Mr. Mulliner? Isn't that right, Sam? I know you're watching, Sam. You know what's coming. Mr. Mulliner had a fantastic opportunity to interview the legend that is Alan Shearer. Didn't he? Didn't he, Perry? This way, man. Over here. Didn't he? Didn't he? He had the chance to interview Alan Shearer. So he interviewed Alan Shearer, of course. But his internet went, didn't it, Sam? It went a couple of times and he came back and mentioned it later on. Fear not, everybody. You get behind the scenes stuff in this channel. So here it is. Sam in all of his glory, messing up big time on the big stage. It's a good job. I can make him look good.
Oh, Sam, you froze.
Sam's froze.
And
Sam's
on my
Wi-Fi's
own.
gone.
But I did.
1 hour later.
No, he's definitely
Do
frozen.
you-
Alan, it's not us.
I can still hear you, so yeah, it's him, Sam.
2 hours later.
Yeah. Well, while Sam's frozen. Could I ask you a question, if that's all right? Bobby Robson for me was just absolutely massive, you know, as a football personality through from England, you know, Italia 90 and stuff. And obviously when he joined me on the outside, it felt like
Hello. 3 hours later.
I knew my internet would go at some point. It did last night as well.
Hello.
I can see Johnny enjoying that one behind the scenes. Brandon's giggling away. So that's the sort of stuff that we do with the membership. Obviously, we're laughing at Sam's expense, but obviously I edit to make him look good, of course. But behind the scenes with the membership, you get to see all that kind of strange, funny stuff that goes on. Sam's going to try and now get us back for something. I can fear that now coming, whether it's tonight or another day. But that's the sort of stuff that you get. Just fun, taking the mickey out of each other. Updates about the channel and stuff. But yeah, that was that. So it was either that or watching them neck 3 pints of Guinness, which I didn't think that was going to happen tonight. So Johnny's kind of persuaded me on that one to I'm roping Johnny into it now to display that. He's loving it. He's loving it. Brandon, you like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I love it. You know, especially the editing is so good as well with the clips in there.
I'll watch that back. I watched that back about 5-6 times. I was laughing at myself, just editing it, picturing it, where am I going to put it.
You know, the funny thing is, you actually put it together, and you're silly laughing about it to see maybe worse.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. On a more serious note, obviously that's the members. We've got 15 minutes to kick off. This is the Brighton lineup. Johnny, what's your initial thoughts when you say that? You said the midfield, didn't you?
Yeah, I said the midfield. Really, really interesting for Brighton. I think obviously we talked about Basuma before, and it looks like from what Brighton are doing or the way they've kind of put up the lineup, it looks like he might be a little bit more. I know it's not because Morpay's right next to him. I just thought, has he gone a bit more defensive with Basuma? But no, he hasn't. And yeah, he's key. He's very key for what Brighton do. Going forward, you've got the likes of Danny Welbeck and Neil Morpay. I think they actually complement each other quite well. Morpay is he's got a little bit of aggression in him. You know, he's got a bit of a bite to him. He does, you know, he nicks in with the odd goal, but I think Brighton fans would probably want more goals from him. Danny Welbeck, we all know what he's like. Very experienced. Still got a bit of pace.
Sorry, just that comment.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, Welbeck. Obviously, he might have lost half a yard of pace, but he is still a threat. Linked up really well for Brighton's second goal against Southampton last week. So, look, they're a very good team. I think if they had a Callum Wilson, for example, someone that can put the ball in the back of the net, you're looking, Brighton probably could be near the top of the bottom half, if that makes sense, like 11th or 12th, because they have got some quality.
Brand, is anyone that you think differently? I quite like Trossard, who's pictured.
Yeah, Trossard, I like Bisama and Lallana. Bisuma, however you want to call him. You know what?
He hasn't played much Lallana, has he? But he has of his last month. He's starting to play a lot more.
Yeah, good midfielders, really. I think their defensive is going to be the work of today.
Who, sorry?
I say the midfield is of Brighton is going to maybe bite us in the ass in the end.
I do like Basuma. Like he's got a hell of I think he's improved the last 12 months. I think he's a hell of a player. Keith's just saying there that Grosh is a good player as well, top player. Obviously, they seem to be getting a lot of unknowns from Europe, and they seem to be doing the business for them. They play nice football. Brandon, I'll come back to you on this one. Are you worried about the style that they're going to play, that they're going to dominate possession tonight? Do you think that's embarrassing, though?
Yeah. Well, if we play defensively and they rip us apart, yeah, it's going to be very embarrassing. Very much. But if we play we do the last couple of weeks, I can see it actually as coming down as a nice game, an entertaining game, at least.
Brandon, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Big 28. Big 28. All right, Pop, come on the last word. Come on the last word with me. Get mortal.
Okay.
You will, as well, people.
I know.
Turn 28 tomorrow. If you can fire in your happy birthday comments. Brandon might even do a happy birthday song if he's had a few drinks. Because you just never know what you're gonna get with Brandon. So I hope you're prepared, Johnny, because some stuff goes on with Brandon on these watch-alongs.
Oh,
I've heard. You'll enjoy yourself. So that's the Brighton side. Let's get on and talk about the tune. Obviously, because we don't really want to talk about the opposition as much, but this is the tune. We've got to start straight away, Johnny Miggy. Straight away. Surprised because I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked to an extent. I think obviously Bruce kind of gave away in his press conference that, we might see him on the bench. He's 50-50, but he must have gone, well, do you know what? He looks fresh, he looks good, he gives us something going forward. Yeah, we need him in the starting 11, and I think if he is fit, he plays, especially in a game like this. My only worry is that if he gets a setback, how long do we lose him for? It's the same with Callum Wilson. There was murmurs that he could be ready for this game. I think Wilson's more of a miss because of the amount of goals he can bring to this team. But yeah, brilliant to have him back. It looks like I would imagine he'll be that false nine, if that makes sense, because it seemed that Joe Linton will be on the right. Fraser seems to was down the centre against Aston Villa, and Gale was on the left. So I would imagine Fraser will move into his more comfortable position, the left-hand side, and Miggy will be that false nine, and he'll drive us up the pitch. He'll win us free kicks, and he needs to. I've just seen something on the TV there: 8 goals in 70 games for Newcastle. Needs to be more than that. It needs to be less than 1 in every 7. But great to see him back in the team.
Brandon, do you think that front three will alternate? I was saying earlier on the top of the show, one of them might spend half an hour as a number 9, and the other one might, and then the other one might.
Well, the only positive thing I can take is from that Joe Linton had a good game against Villa, probably his best game. Fraser had a good couple of games as well, a good run of games as well. And Miggy was on scoring as well. So I don't know how they will play, how it will work out. I just hope it will work out, and it will be a nice birthday present in the end.
Yeah, stop talking about your birthday. How are you getting your comments? And that's how you're getting off us. Johnny, Adam's not a big fan of Ryan Fraser. Obviously, we've seen it in the WhatsApp chat. And I was saying last week that the lad needs a run of games, and we are seeing spells for me that he's getting there, because I don't like, obviously, in the false 9. But when you see him out wide on the left, you can have a take on his man. But the thing I like about him, he looks up and whips it in.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, who's he got to whip it into? That's my biggest issue, With Callum Wilson, there's a threat there. Now, we've tried Gale, but we're playing on the left-hand side for some reason from the manager. He needs people to go and have people in the box. He probably needs an Andy Carroll or someone that can do a lot of damage in the box. But look, he's still a threat. We're still waiting for that one big performance from Ryan Fraser. We'll go, right, he's arrived. he's come to Newcastle and he's really shown that he's here for the fight. Look, I still think he's a good player. And I think we would miss him if he got another injury from that at the end of the season, because he does offer you something. And I think if you spoke to 99% of Newcastle fans, he probably would make the best 11 in terms of what we've got. But yeah, we need just need a big performance from him. We need a massive performance from Joe Linton. We really need him to play his best game he's ever played for Newcastle. I want to see Lee crying on telly because of how good his performance was, like he was against Spurs.
Oh, you only get that once a year. Spurs, Les Ferdinand. We need something for 2021. So, a question about one of the Longstaffs I've just seen there. They're not related. The one that's there it is. They're not related. The one who came, funny enough, from Newcastle and joined Liverpool. There's no relation for the Longstaff who's at Liverpool. Strangely enough, there's none. Obviously, Martin's pushing Manscaped. You do get 20% off on any order, whether it's just a pair of boxers, some deodorant, or the full kit as well. And was Adam shaving his balls when he scored against Villa? Yes. Adam is unfortunately not allowed on tonight by his missus, so there's no high-pitched volume tonight. So thankfully, might be a few screams. And the Chinese Geordie is back in amongst it, the regular. All right, lads, looking forward to the aerial duels between Dunk and Fraser. Fraser can jump higher than Ronaldo. In one sense, Brandon, are you actually pleased Carroll's not playing tonight, because they are very good in the air?
Yeah, and that's why I put in my it was a member video. I put out my starting 11, and that's why I didn't play Carroll, just for the fact that they have really strong players in the air. And besides that, I don't think Andy Carroll can play 75 to 90 minutes. I think he is good to come on with 25, 30 minutes left, but I wouldn't start him for sure. So I'm not
Is it a game for Dwight Gale, Johnny?
Good question.
Because I think Dunk.
You'd argue yes, because he's a striker. We need a striker on the pitch. But from what you've seen in the last few games, you go, well, probably not. Look, there is an argument, but I probably wouldn't have started today.
But Johnny, out of the three, Joe Linton, Carroll, and Gale, he's the most likely to score, isn't he?
Look, it's a very good argument, Brandon. It's a very, very good argument, to be honest. But we haven't. Every time Gale's been given an opportunity, especially in the last couple of games, how many chances has he had? He's never really been in the position.
But he was played out wide. He was played out wide. I know he has take chances if he gets them, but I wouldn't pick Gale always out of those three.
I think what Bruce has probably looked at is like, who offers me more at the minute, and he's looked at it and go, well, Joe Linton offers me more. He brings more people into the game than a Dwight Gale does. But again, you've got to remember, we tried Andy Carroll against Brighton at the start of the season. He was hooked off after half time because we were 2-0 down, and it could have been worse. And Carroll was just getting nothing. Like he was just winning nothing. He wasn't getting anything. So look, it's an interesting debate. Again, there's got to be like a slight eye on the next season, regardless of what division we're in. Because if Dwight Gale's out of contract, Jake Murphy's out of contract, these players are actually going to be in our team next season. And if they're not, do you have to play other players that can potentially still be at the club and keep you in the division? So it's a difficult one. I completely understand the for and against Gale, but I don't think tonight's the game for him. I really don't.
Interesting. If you look at that bench as well, we're just waiting on Carl to come in. You've heard a couple of WhatsApp. I'm just chasing Carl because I'm going to be disappearing. But if you look at that bench, I'll just read it out for you lads. Cannot say it's Carl Darlow, it's Andy Carroll, Matt Ritchie, Dwight Gale, Jamal Lewis, Jeff Hendrick, Federico Fernandez, Murphy, and Sean Longstaff. Brandon, why is Murphy not giving us a chance tonight? I thought he was all right. I thought it was pretty decent. Yeah. Again,
he probably gives him more time when the game processes, but I don't know. He just doesn't want to play Murphy. I don't know why. Well, he got Almiron back. That's probably why he don't play. Because you have Willock, Joe Linton. He lost Joe Linton, so that's someone he always plays. And so you basically got the discussion in Bruce's head: is it Almiron or Murphy?
Yeah, I think Johnny, do you think he would have started if Almiron wasn't fit?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think Murphy's probably done enough in the last couple of games to start. He was very unlucky not to score. Some would argue he should have scored, and probably agree. Probably should have scored last week. I think if Almiron wasn't fit, I think he would have started. But the argument is, do you put Murphy on for Joe Linton, say 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go if we need a goal? But yeah, good option off the bench.
Just hit 100 likes. Thank you very much. Remember, if we hit 300 likes, hey, who knows what could happen on this channel? I mean, you've seen stitch-ups and you've seen people go to the toilet and pee in. Yeah.
Coming back on this, I heard Sam saying on the Newcastle Fans TV group chat in WhatsApp that every time Newcastle scores, he nick a Guinness.
He has to.
I'm down for that. I would like to hold him to that. I don't care about the 300 likes. I just want to see him do that. And if he does that, we easily get 300 likes. Don't worry.
Yeah. I reckon he's already on the drink because he keeps changing the goalposts a lot today. Yeah. So I said originally 300 likes, you've got to come on next 3. And then he changed it to if Joe Linton get the winner. And then he's also said that every time we score. So he's definitely up for getting hammered, then he's one way or another. Yeah. So
this is good. You know, when Sam gets nervous, he goes to the drink because it's a big game.
We're making him sound like he's an alky. Right. If there is any alkies out there, please go and seek help for Gamble Away. Serious though. Sam says only if you buy him the Guinness. Right. That thing I commented earlier on when we went to Wakefield. Me, Johnny, and Sam went to Wakefield. I said, I'll buy my own. Well, the other Sam was like, I'll buy around. I was like, no. I'll buy my own. It's just the way I am. So that's why. There's the story behind it. And yes, I did lose before he pipes up in the comments. What else we got? Joe Willock. Does he have more of a license to get forward today, Johnny?
He does to an extent, because I think Shelby and Hayden will be dropping back a touch when he's got the ball. But it's a massive game for him. You know, we need him to show up properly tonight. We need him to really contribute in a massive, massive game. And just any sort of performance from Joe would be fantastic. But yeah, it's very close to kick-off, so it's going to be interesting.
I've just put Brandon on full screen. You actually got a comment, a nice comment. That's why I wanted. Where's it gone? It was from the Liverpool fan. Where have I just said it? Where have I had it displayed before. There you go. So there you go. That Newcastle artwork is sick, man. Beside you, who done it? So there you go, Brandon. You don't look like now that you're in the 80s from a holographic. So yes, we have Mr. Carl Bryan, Dad to be coming up very. I take off like I take off.
You just love to be a bully, don't you?
I'm in a good mood tonight. I just hopefully I am, because of God, I'll have face like thunder. Than not having any sleep and doing a full graft the day if we get beaten.
I'm just trying to make it a little bit look like professional and everything, and yeah.
No, well done. Yeah, experiment. I like it. Well done. I'm going to disappear because Carl has turned up finally. Cheers, Carl. What I'll do is,
look at Juicy.
Did you know, Johnny, that we... Shut up, Brandon, man. I'm trying to go away. Did you know, Johnny, that we have YouTube gaming?
No.
Now we do.
Hello, how are we?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. Is Adam joining us tonight, or
no? He's been suspended.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's been told that he can't come on. I think apparently his missus has told him that he can't come on tonight.
Oh, she put her foot down. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Positive tonight, Johnny?
Well, we're 30 seconds in from what I'm watching, and we've done all right. We've kept the ball. as I've said, that's just gone out for a throw-in. I'm not. I think I've said in the preview, I said we get beat 2-1.
Yeah.
We don't have a very good record against Brighton. I think Brighton will have a lot of possession. I think if we lose tonight, I think that'll be Bruce's last game for Newcastle. I really do. I think the fact we've got an international break will suggest that the board might have a little rethink. But let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll win today.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you genuinely think that they might actually get rid of him?
Just
if
from
we
what,
lose?
just from what I read in that press conference, I just had a feeling.
Fair enough, mate.
Oh shit! Oh, you bugger! That was close. I just from what I read in the press conference, I don't know if he's just been told, look, this is a game that we cannot lose, and if we do lose, your job's on the line. Especially the fact that Fulham were playing beforehand, but what a result that we got from Leeds beating Fulham last night.
Yeah.
Huge.
Massive result. How about yourself, Brandon?
I'm just wondering what minutes you guys are on, so I can. Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to set my details correctly. I wasn't really listening. Can you say it again?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I said, how are you feeling about the game tonight? Positive or not? Or?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm nervous, but buzzing though. I would like to think we can win this.
Yeah.
But it all depends how Bruce set us up, really. What do you think?
Yeah, I've said to a few people, I'm trying to leave my negativity at the door, as difficult as that is. So I'm going to go for an optimistic 2-1. But, you know, I don't believe any of that's going to come down to Steve Bruce. I think we need to, the players need to put it out of the bag for us at the end of the day. So it's going to be difficult. I know Matt's spoken about last night how Brighton are always creating opportunities, those goal scoring opportunities that they haven't necessarily converted. But, you know, we are a side that they'll be able to score against, and we just got to do what we can. It's difficult.
What a save. What a save, Martin. That was really quick.
Oh, good save. What minute you're on?
Pardon?
What minute you're on?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It was really poor, actually. Really poor. I think I think it was Moda who literally danced through about 5 Newcastle players, all in the same sort of area, and literally, he's offside. It's got to be offside. No, not offside.
Appreciate the donation, Steve. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, it's just hard work. But I don't know about you, Carl. I know Brandon spoke about it before, but Miggy's playing as a false 9. I don't know if you're happy with that.
I'm not entirely against it. I think with the personnel that we've got at the moment, I think he looked he's looked quite sharp when he was playing in that position. So, you know, don't get me wrong, I would prefer an out-and-out striker, having Dwight Gale, for example, or, you know, Andy Carroll if we were going to start Jacob Murphy. But in this setup, I'm not expected anything other than this, to be honest, mate. What about you?
My issue is, and I think Brandon asked a really good question in the preview about, well, why not start Gale as an out-and-out striker? And it's a very good argument. But if we're asking... If we're talking about Steve Bruce's formation, Ryan Fraser's probably our best player on the left-hand side. Similar to saint-maximin can do the job on that left-hand side, but that's a debate in itself. And he likes Joe Linton.
Yeah.
He wants Joe Linton on that right-hand side to win the ball. So when you're leaving somebody in the centre, Miguel Leon's the man, Brighton on the attack. Good, well done. It's just so hard. I've never done this before, right? This is really difficult.
I know.
Especially in a game like this, it's so difficult.
Absolutely. Paul O'Malley's been black for 5 minutes. What's he done?
No idea.
What's he done in the chat? That result yesterday was just what we need. Got to take full of 100%. This is it. We need to go out and try and ease some pressure. But whether Steve Bruce has had that same thought process, I highly doubt. But that's what I mean. I just hope that the players will just know that they've got to go out and get a win.
We're already sitting back, though. We're already letting Brighton play. Like we're not even we're like 5 minutes in, and we're already letting Brighton dictate the play, letting them have so much possession of the football already, and that's worrying.
100%. Everyone's absolutely agreeing with you, saying exactly the same thing. Brighton all over us. It's early. Everything's pointing in Brighton's favour. They look like they want it more. Brighton already better. Any score predictions? I predicted 2-1 Dixon, but already that looks really, really optimistic.
I'm glad you didn't say his full name there, Carl.
I would like to give you
Love it. Love it. Oh dear. It's a brilliant play on words. I love it.
Yeah. There's been some great ones, hasn't there? Like you've
Yeah.
seen like last 12 months since we've been locked down, there's been some brilliant names. Like I'm not going to repeat some of them just in case some of them come on, but like when you see Arsenal Fan TV and all that, and you see what it's absolutely hilarious, man.
Brighton have been lucky and unlucky the last few games. Hope it's not going to. Well, it certainly looks like they might do, Sean.
What do you think Steve Bruce's game plan is tonight, Brandon?
He's probably going for a draw, which is sadly. Well, I hope you think he's not, but knowing Bruce, he probably is. Although looking to the formation, he looks kind of attacking, but how he come out now, we already look under like some sort of pressure, and I don't like it. So I probably think he's going for the draw.
Foul.
I really think he plays for a draw.
I think that's so negative, but it's a free hit tonight. I know it's a big game, it's a huge game, but Leeds did us a massive favour. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like we could go 5 points clear with the game in hand on Fulham.
Absolutely, mate. And this is what's frustrating. We've had several opportunities like this where teams around us have lost, and we've had an opportunity to go and beat the likes of West Brom and beat a poor Villa side that on that night we're a poor Villa side to ease some pressure, and we've not done it. And I just thought, surely now you've got to see that we need to do that tonight. Otherwise, we really, really are buggered. But it's just we don't have that faith anymore, unfortunately, because he just proves us right every time, doesn't he?
Did any of you think that Bruce might have gone 5 at the back tonight?
No, I didn't. I didn't think he'd veer away from this formation, to be honest, mate. I didn't. Because he's been able to come out and not lose, hasn't he? And that's what he wants. He wants to accumulate as many points as possible. But if he honestly thinks that we're going to be able to, pick points up like that we have done over the last 3 games all the way to the end of the season, then he's even more deluded than I thought he was originally.
Yeah, I suppose. The only reason why I say that is because in bigger games, he's tended to go 5 at the back. And he's tended to not just play it safe and just think, well, do you know what? A point's better than nothing.
Yeah. 100%. And I still think he's got that mindset. I think he's been able to do that these 3 weeks with his formation, which is why he's not changed it, I think.
Go on, John Joe. What a challenge. It's a great player, him, like.
Because like you said, mate, on the face of it, it looks attacking, but we're already sitting back, so it's no different.
Johnny, which minutes are you precise?
I'm on 9 minutes 20.
Okay, can you pause it for 3 seconds so we are ahead?
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I can.
Thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate that, mate. You're absolute legend. Good to have you in, and thank you for joining the membership program. You will have a delightful video to watch of Brandon skinny dipping, if that's what you're into.
I didn't. Did it work out for you, Johnny?
Pardon?
You did 3 seconds?
Yeah. Just pause it for me.
I'm now at 9:57.
Well, I was on 9:59, so I'm like maybe a second ahead of you.
That will do. Yeah, everyone, if you become a member, in the community on YouTube is like a link. If you become a member to join the Discord, it's a really nice community. So I would definitely advise you to join us, and it's already coming down for like £2 a month.
Yeah, Steve, that's what he's into. That's the sort of things he gets up to. That's what you got to look forward to in the membership program.
He was doing that on top of mountains, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, he's right. Discord, mate. If you want the Discord link, Brandon can sort that out for you. Or is it in the comments? No, it won't be, will it?
No, it's in the the community page. If
Yeah.
you are on YouTube, you can find it easily there. And otherwise, if you cannot find it, hit me up on Twitter or the main Facebook. Just write a private message on our main Facebook.
I'd love to know the possession stats already.
Probably not favourable, mate.
It's got to be at least, I would say, 75-25 already. We've
Yeah.
played like 11 minutes.
I get loads of views of what?
Banter, basically, on Discord.
Oh, do I? Wait, let me check.
No, just in general, I think, mate. Not right now.
Oh.
It's got so much space.
Our Discord isn't full of perverts. We're all above Buck Beamer.
81% someone just put in the comments.
81%.
Yeah, that does not surprise me in the slightest.
Oh yeah, 19% Newcastle. Jesus. Terence, goal, Brighton 1-0. Sorry, lads, just practicing. Jesus Christ, mate.
Actually, going to give us a
dear.
heart attack here. Like.
Yeah, I know. That's what it happens, mate.
I'm waiting for the 1-0 Joe Linton joke, to be honest.
Yeah, that will happen.
Oh, Miggy. Fucking hell. What's that like?
Miggy, I'm a wrong.
So, Junior, how do you experience it so far? 12 or 10 minutes in of,
I wish I
of
picked
the
like
game?
Man City. I wish I picked like Man City, and I can kind
Go
of
on,
get
Junior.
used to it. But I just set the sound like 2 weeks ago because for people that don't know, there we go, 1-0 Joe Linton from the set. I said the sound. I said, what are these? What are they like? Because obviously I watched the match, so I don't really see much of the watch-alongs as much as I can. Like I see like the highlights, and I'll always go back when we score, obviously. So I thought I'll get myself just put us one in for like one in the future. So when he put it in the WhatsApp, I'll be doing the Brighton game. I was like, fucking hell, Sam, you're giving me an interesting one to come in for.
Massively,
I think it's because he saw my reaction for the goal against Villa.
It was golden.
I loved it.
I love it. Yeah, definitely. It's difficult for me because I'm commenting on I'm looking at the comments most of the time, so I always miss a goal. But yeah, I love it. I love it when watching the celebrations back.
Well, I like the fact that Brandon was like 1 second ahead of his all, and then like Sam must have obviously been watching it like proper bang on live, and like gave his best gladiator performance. Come on, so yeah, interesting.
I think I'm just behind because I'm in the Netherlands here.
Oh yeah,
I think we have.
That's probably why I'm like 1 or 2 seconds ahead of you, literally because you're literally in a different country.
Yeah. It's funny though.
What minute are you boys on? They're asking in the chat.
14:09.
Oh, I was on 14:12, 14:11, sorry. So yeah, I'm like 2 seconds ahead of Brandon or something.
Oh wait, Megan.
I'm using Sky Go and I'm literally a minute behind, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
Fuck you.
Put this way, at least you'll not be disappointed.
Well, this is it. This is it. That is always the positive. To be fair, I'm expecting it, so it's fine.
It is tough, because it is tough watching the game. I was just talking to my dad about this last week. I was like, I can't wait to go back to games, regardless of what division we're in, because when you're actually watching on TV, I feel like you miss so much when you're actually watching it live in the grounds. Because you've got a pro season ticket as well, Carl, haven't you?
Yeah, mate, I can't wait to get back there. I'm lucky enough to be sat in the Gallagher. We did choose the very front row. I'm not sure why we did that, but I love it, and I've been wanting one for ages. So when everyone was like, "We're gonna start boycotting," I didn't do that and took advantage of the season tickets that were going. So yeah.
Yeah, same. One of the lads, I don't know if you'll probably know, because I've done a few videos with him, is Ramsey from HITC, and he was exactly the same. Like, he moved from Ireland to Newcastle, and he was literally exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, good defensive work from Willock.
Me and my brother have said, mate, as soon as we got them, like, regardless of how many games we go to a season, I'm keeping it. Like, that's it. It will take a lot to give it up now.
I think the loyalty points as well. If you get rid of the season ticket, the loyalty points has gone. Like, I've got 100 loyalty points now.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, 99. I was waiting to go for 100 loyalty points, but obviously that's scuppered after lockdown. But like, literally, when you get like 100 loyalty points, you can pretty much go to any game you want. You can pick.
Yeah.
I think Lee was nearly at that situation. Lee was on about, I think, maybe 40 loyalty points. So it just depends on what games you want to go to. You've got to do this like the shit games, like the Monday night games.
100%, mate.
Like Wigan's away, that's on the TV, where no one's going to watch them, but you're going to go and watch them live and pay the extra money. But
yeah,
it is what it is. Best away game, actually. What's the best away game you've been to?
Recently, like, it's a really weird one, but all time. That's a good question. I can't think of it.
Mine's Man United when we beat them at Old Trafford.
When was that?
When Kabay scored about.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
7 or 8 years ago.
I can't think. Like, recently, I would say Sheffield United when we won because of, well, not because of VAR, but that was just an incredible midweek night, being pissed, not expecting to be pissed, and then, you know, just the events that happen. But all time.
What about you?
I just have
difficult.
No, I couldn't. I only could go to home games, as I just bought them straight in the stadium, my tickets.
Yeah.
Because I lived at Sydney Grove. You probably know it, Johnny. In Fenham.
Oh, yes,
so I always went to the stadium, took me student card, got some discount, but you cannot go to away games with this.
No.
So
this is what I'm saying. It's difficult for new season ticket holders now.
I've never been fortunate to attend any away game. I would love to. I would fucking love to, but for me, it's just my focus now to get back to Newcastle and live there with my girlfriend. That's me focus now, because I missed the tune.
Get in, Brandon. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear.
Could you comment more on what happens?
You'll have like a plumbing company hit me up, or solar panel company, whatever.
Someone's just put, can you comment more what happens? I can just literally tell you, Brighton have got a lot of possession. Newcastle are just sitting back, and Brighton are just like look more likely to score. And we're very wasteful on the ball.
Yeah.
We're just it's gonna be a long night already by the look of it, but we just need to get a bit of a stranglehold on the game. If we can get a bit of a stranglehold on this game, really worry Brighton, because Brighton would have looked at this game, regardless of the beat Southampton, and gone, we need to win against Newcastle. We need 3 points against Newcastle, because they've got a terrible run of fixtures after Newcastle. So
yeah, they have.
This is like the Southampton for them is a bonus win. I think if they had taken a point at Southampton, I think they would have taken that. But obviously they got a win, and it was great. It was thoroughly deserved it. So
absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
Where are we? Playing a football match without that's what we do. We're good enough to do. You know, we're like Barcelona. We're good enough to play with a false 9. That's how it works.
Do you not think a lot of opposition fans, when they watch Newcastle, going, how on earth are we not above these? Like, if you're below us,
yeah.
Like Fulham must watch this Newcastle team and going, how on earth are we below them?
100%, mate. The amount of people that we get in here, it's like we've got I don't know where it's come from, but we've got a really good Leeds Newcastle partnership in this chat, and I love it. I don't know where it's come from, but it's brilliant. But we get a lot of fans coming in, sympathising with us, but because they know how bad we are, and like you say, they must be sat there thinking, how are we not above them? 100%.
We were all massive Leeds fans yesterday. We were not second goal went in.
Definitely.
I just want to thank a lot Abraxas as well. Abraxas is quite a regular on our show, on the watch along. You know that as well, Carl. He's on the show a lot, and thanks for him that Fulham lost because Rafinha is a beauty.
Yeah,
100%.
Steve, what a man!
Yeah,
What a
you
man.
absolute legend, mate. You're an absolute hero. Thank you. You haven't been to England or a Newcastle game, but best away performance I've seen was away at Bournemouth last year. ASM goal was superb. Fair enough, mate.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you living yourself, Steve? Sorry if I've missed that in the chat.
It was America. It was definitely New
He
Hampshire.
said it, but it was
Oh, was it New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, yeah.
Nice.
Never been to America. Don't know if you used to have.
I've been quite a few times, mate. That's kind of where I try to aim my holidays to be. I do like going over there, to be fair.
America's great, man.
Yeah.
I love America. I've been there 3 times now.
Is it
2
true
times.
about what they say about the McDonald's, like how big the McDonald's are, like compared to the UK?
I think everything's just bigger, mate. To be fair, yeah, everything's
Plus, you
just
get
bigger.
total all-time refills.
Pardon? Yeah,
You got
100%.
refills all the time for not paying extra. It's mental. And you figure why American people are generally more fat than any other kind of people.
Yeah. I've been to New
I don't
York, Florida quite a bit. I go to Florida when I can.
Mhm.
I was obviously
Florida's
supposed to be
amazing.
over there this year, which was annoying that I couldn't be there, but it is what it is.
Have you been to the Keys? Oh.
Yeah, mate. It was. I had a very interesting time down there. There was a sex parade going on. It was very weird, very weird indeed.
Did you get involved?
No, well, I was drinking, like, but people are literally, mate, just riding through the streets, like, explore. Everyone's like, it was kind of like a gay pride sort of thing over there, but it was like really over the top. Like, people are like got like sadomasochist like bondage gear on, like dildos on their helmets and stuff.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't think after 22 minutes of the football match I'd be talking about that sort of stuff. Like,
I know, mate.
But you just described him, Carl. That sounds like a party for Adam and Liam together.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it was incredible though. Incredible. Liam's just asked how you're getting on with the watch along.
It's a timing, Liam. That is timing. Do you know what it is? I'm enjoying it, but it's still nerdy. Like, I think again, when we go back to the game Brighton v Newcastle, it's just such a huge game. But if Brighton were to win tonight, I think they'll be thinking, well, we can probably look at staying up now. I think they'd be on 32 if they win, and that's not a million miles away from probably. I think 37, 38 will probably guarantee you staying up this season because of Fulham's defeat yesterday. So it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be tough.
We don't really look promising, don't we?
Nah. As long as we're 4 points out of Fulham on the final day, I don't care.
I don't even think we had a shot on goal, to be fair.
No, we haven't had a shot yet. Brighton have had a couple, but I'd say the best chance that Brighton have had was after about a minute when the throw on the right hand side crossed it in, and I think it was the left back or the left midfielder, I forget who it was now. It might have been Trossard, and just you kind of rocketed it over the crossbar. But look, Newcastle have got a bit of possession now, but need to really make do with what they've got. So see what happens.
Simon, legend. Everyone's chipping in. I love it. Thank you very much. We all
Thanks,
do
Simon.
appreciate that massively.
Simon is
we put it in because we enjoyed doing all this with you guys at the end of the day. Love having a crack with each other and everyone in the chat. So really appreciate that. Thank you. What's that? Don't mention that, Carl. Liam getting excited with his dressing gown. I know, mate. Just as well he's not on the watch along, isn't it?
actually not to mention
he's
as
on
well.
later.
Simon is Simon is also very active on Discord as well. So I really like to thank him for being so active on Discord as well. And if you want to be part of it, you can be already for like £2 a month.
Wow. Want to hear a stat, gents?
Yeah.
Right. If you had to guess how many minutes this season away from home Newcastle have been in the lead?
Oh, fuck. 60.
Away from home, we've been in the
60.
lead.
An hour.
60 minutes.
62 minutes.
Hey, I was fucking close, man.
Half they were probably against Everton.
Yeah, very true. Very good. Thank you, Stefan. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, lots of super chats. Thank you. Yeah, Johnny, come on more often. Definitely, 100%. I'm epileptic, and it's more. Jesus Christ, Aaron, man, fucking hell.
Johnny, this is why the watch along is more fun than actually watching the game.
I know, 100%.
This is what you get. I'm not even going to repeat that, to be fair, but yeah.
No, there's a line, isn't there?
There is.
Stephen Hawkins will press more than Joe Linton.
Jesus Christ! If fans were allowed in, Bruce would have. Yeah, he's. It was very, very strange when he thought that it would be positive for him if Newcastle fans were in the ground, because I don't think that would have been the case at all.
Carl, you were quite happy with this team, weren't you?
I was happy with the lineup, mate. Yeah, but I can be proved wrong very quickly.
Well done. Good defending.
What would you have preferred, Johnny?
What in the team? In terms of the team?
Yeah, like what would have been the ideal lineup for you?
I was pretty happy with. I think considering we knew we were going to have Kraft, I think that was probably the back four I would have gone with. I think Dummett probably deserves to stay in the team. Jamal Lewis, I think it's not really it wasn't a game for him tonight. I think we need more of a defensive unit, unfortunately, because we're so crap. Midfield, I understand saying people drop and shell. You know, ideally, you want somebody really knocking on the door and saying, "Well, I deserve to be in front of this guy." But Jeff Hendrick isn't doing that. People will go about Matty Longstaff, but it's such a big risk to play him in a game like this when he hasn't played football for about 2 months. Well, first team football for Newcastle, rather. Sean Longstaff, he needs to be in more an attacking position like a number 10.
Yeah.
So at the minute, he's probably justifying his place because he's better than Jeff Hendrick. So I like that. I like what you're doing there.
Look at this. It's a Heineken. What the hell? I'm gonna pour an invisible drink in my cup.
I'll tell you who I feel a bit frustrated for today, man, is Ryan Fraser, because he's literally getting nothing.
It was similar last week, wasn't it? Similar last week. He was just the reason he got a bad score is because he had 0 service. He had nothing to work with.
Absolutely nothing, mate. He's just getting no support whatsoever. Like,
Abraxas.
He's literally there to just try and make free kicks.
Yeah. Yeah, Abraxas, you've done us a massive favour. Absolute legends last night, Leeds. It feels weird saying that, but we're not taking advantage of it again, mate.
We've still got plenty of time.
Well, we kind of do. Because it's still 0-0, but I don't think the point will be enough tonight. Do you think a point will be enough? Would you take a point, Johnny? Carl?
I'd take it, of course, but like I want 3. It's a difficult one, is it? I'm never gonna not take a point, but I always want 3 in the same breath.
It's a tough one, Brandon. It's a good question. I said last week before Fulham played, a point's not going to be good enough.
Yeah.
But it might be good enough today because of who we're playing, and it's the fact that it's a point closer. Will take us on to 29 points. You're still looking at 3 wins potentially, but we're talking about 3 wins from probably our last 10 games, where we've only won 2 in 20. So is that realistically going to happen? I'm not too sure. But Fulham again,
Yeah.
Fulham have had a bit of since they beat Liverpool. You know, they've lost the last 2 games. Have they has their bubble burst a little bit? And are they going to be feeling a bit sorry for themselves because they didn't beat Leeds? And they've only got 3 home games as well in their last few games of the season. So April's going to be nervy. April is going to be nervy, I think.
Massively. Because who we got? We got Burnley, Fulham, and Sheffield United in terms of potential winnable games that you would look at on paper and say, right, we can go and have a go there? Because the rest of them are very, very, very difficult games, aren't they?
Burnley's more winnable than this game.
Yeah. Do you think?
Burnley suits us more than Brighton. Massively. Fucking hell. What a ball that is.
Matt, thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
Thanks,
we
Matt.
really, really appreciate that. It's literally Johnny's bringing in all the cash. I feel like we should get him dancing or something, twerking on camera.
Very cool.
Brilliant.
Can I just put my friend in?
Yeah.
He said, cheers, Peter. College. How are you doing, mate? This is my friend from Czech Republic. He's a good friend of mine. I stayed in his house for a few times in Czech Republic. So, Peter, thank you so much for the times that I could stay in your house for free. Been a blessed.
Love it. What's Senna? Do you lads use protection with your girls? Well, I've got a child on the way, so I'll say no.
You know what you should have said there, Carl? Just no comment.
Yeah.
No comment, but I'm expecting, or my missus is expecting. Actually, Brandon, we should say congratulations to Carl once again. He's having a baby boy, so congratulations, Carl.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Carl, have you already figured out a name? I know Sam gave you a lot of options, but
yeah, we've got a couple in mind, mate.
Do you want to share, or you want to keep it to yourself?
Got to keep it. Mrs. will kill me, mate, if I start sharing it on here.
Fair enough.
Can't wait
Could
for
do
Brandon
good
Bryant.
Yeah.
Brandon Bryant, does that ring a bell?
Just one more time. I didn't hear you, Johnny. One more time.
Said Brandon Bryant.
Brandon Bryant.
No,
Yeah.
Brandon
I might
Bryant.
put like a sweepstake out there.
Yeah, I think you might have to.
Chris,
It's gonna be a
man,
point, right?
fucking hell, I'm not even putting that on the screen. But in answer to your question, no, she's not up for it. She doesn't watch this. So.
Carl, you don't feel anything for Michael Owen Bryant?
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely
I think Jonathan's got a bit of a ring to it.
It has. I think everyone would be
thought about
surprised. It's not like a new age name or anything like that. It's quite an old name, definitely.
You want some bad news, lads? It looks like Martin Dubravka's injured.
Really?
Not again. Please not. I love Martin Dubravka.
It looks like it's his knee. It looks like it's his knee. I don't know if he's kicked or something. He's kicked the ball or something.
It's more like his heel. He's touching his heel.
So to get Johnny Boldy Bryan or John Joe. Yeah, so it looks like the people that are slightly behind on their streams. Dubravka's just literally he's kneeling, and he is in a bit of discomfort. I'm hoping he can just kind of shake it off. But if anything, it's quite good for Newcastle. It's quite good for Newcastle because of the fact that they're having a bit of a break. Bruce is trying to speaking to Isaac Hayden. It probably come at the right time because Brighton are just again on top of us in all departments. But it's tough for Newcastle. It really is.
It wouldn't be a big problem if Martin Dubravka would be injured, but because we still have Cardallo. But I just hope he's not, because I love Martin.
Yeah, but he seems okay. He's playing on, so I think they're going to just see. They're just going to keep an eye on it. But look, I think for people that just joined the stream, the first 34 minutes, 35 minutes, whatever it is, it's been.
I see now. He looks fine. He looks fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got asked to do this to get like some sort of like pause in the game so they can get it together.
Yeah.
I hope it came like this. Jesus,
right.
man.
Good evening.
Courtesy and Newcastle had 69. Okay.
Oh. What do you think the first 35 minutes are?
What absolutely awful.
Sorry, Sam, you just froze and it was very funny. But you're back. You're back.
Yeah, good. I mean, that's probably the highlight of the game so far.
We've had no chances. We've had no shots on target. No shots. We'll go on,
Not
Fraser.
looked like scoring, but we've got a corner.
We've got a corner. Come on. We've got a corner.
It's terrible. It's just
Johnny, pause it for like 3 seconds, please.
3 seconds again.
Yeah, because you're still pretty much ahead of me. Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
Matt said it on the preview last night that they're going to exploit down the width, down out wide, and our midfield is way too narrow with this system. So, just haven't learned anything from the first time around.
Sam's still pissed from Cheltenham. Chinese Geordie, I'd imagine.
100%.
Well, Johnny can attest to how quick I can drink Guinness when we were recording the other night.
It was ridiculous. Like I like a Guinness. I like a Guinness, right? And I'm not even joking. Normally, when we do an intro, it takes maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes max. Into we'll just relax. See, we'll just go. Welcome back on the Greenwood Mulliner Show. Big slurp at the start by Mr. Mulliner while I'm doing the first bit, and by the end of it, he's going. I was like, Jesus, Sam. But you tell us about a few tricks of the trade when you used to play darts competitions, and Guinness was your drink of choice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was back in the day. I haven't played properly for ages now, so.
But fair question. Genuine question, right? Who's the better dart player? Is it you, Sam, or Johnny?
Oh, it's Sam.
Mate.
It's Sam. It's Sam.
Me, yeah. No, I used to play in some knockouts before children arrived in my house. My children, that sounded very odd. But yeah, and I used to start on the Guinness very, very early as Brighton are on the attack. Oh shit! Oh, get it out. And we're safe.
You're the last.
Sam's even ahead than me, man, Brandon. He should pause it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. You should pause it.
Okay, what are you? Go on, then I may as well stick around. What are you on?
I'm at 37:30. I'm at 37:43 now.
Well, if
All right,
everyone's pausing, can you pause for 40 seconds so we can all be in time? Please.
Right, I've paused it. I'm on pause now. I'm on exactly 38 minutes.
Right, let me catch up with you then.
Go.
No, wait for me.
Shoot! Now we know we're lying because I've just said shoot. That's how you know I'm lying.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, in all seriousness, I know that Brighton have been a better team, which is not hard against us at the minute, but they've had two good chances, Sam, and they still haven't really, they've tested Rafka a tiny bit, but the saves that you expect them to make.
Well, if Brighton had a striker, they'd be top 10, wouldn't they? But they haven't, so they're not. I think we should start our own Greenwood and Mulliner Show drinking game.
What minute are you all on now, by the way?
38:46.
38:50. I'm not. Yeah, 38:50.
I'm on the same as Sam.
Yeah, when you're saying that, I'm at 55 now.
Steve, you deserve an NBA tonight, mate.
Steve, right, the beers are on, Sam, when you're over here, mate.
Yeah.
Hey,
100%.
They are after this week at Cheltenham, my friend.
Absolutely. Great week. Great week.
Just a question. Is this all super chat or?
Some of them are, yeah, I believe, or most of them are.
Yeah, because he dropped also a 10, right? Or someone else did.
Stephen's done 2 or 3 now. And another guy's done 10 as well, yeah.
What a boy. New Hampshire. So Steve's from New Hampshire, isn't he?
Yeah.
I want to talk to Steve about the New Hampshire primary. Isn't that quite, in a presidential race, isn't that quite key? Doesn't that give you an idea of
can we
where
talk
the
about
results
that
going
after
to
the
go?
Newcastle primary?
It's more interesting to me than this game.
Well, that's cracking, but do a Stephen Mulliner show about that if you want.
It's an idea. You said yeah in the comments as well.
He did. What was the...
Get in. Go on, Miggy. That's a foul.
What was the...
Referee.
What was the drinking game you're thinking of, Sam?
Right. So every
Oh,
time.
Brax is from New Hampshire too, as well.
Really? So every time Johnny says "in all seriousness," that's a shot.
Okay.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And then every time, I mean, I'm getting grief in the comments for bringing up the New Hampshire primary. So every time I come up with something unrelated, I think that's 2 shots. And then that's a fantastic shout. Click on David's comment at the bottom there, Carl. Every time Newcastle have a shot on target. I think that should be.
We'd be sober. Everyone will be sober. In.
Okay. So, yeah. Whatever. It's not good if Sam is on the channel because we're gonna end up wasted.
So this is great. Not only are we a Newcastle related channel, we're also bringing people together. Bringing people together.
That's a bit naughty. Ooh.
What, Basuma on Hayden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Martin. We're still working on it, mate. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. I am working on it. Some of the issues we've got is with the graphics, because they can be actually quite intense. As little as it might seem, it affects everyone else's camera as well. So when my camera used to go blurry, it's because I had so many graphics on there. Fun fact.
I hope he's all right. You know, this isn't.
I'm going to try and work on that, Martin.
So is that why I'm so blurry on my green screen? That's probably why.
Not necessarily,
maybe
mate.
Still, it was 89.
Oh. You're not that blurry though. It's just the top. What camera are you using?
I have a webcam, simple webcam. That's probably why.
I'll have a chat with you about it another day, mate. Might be to work.
Johnny joining me on the Ales.
Pardon?
Oh, yeah. Blood. Someone's earning. Is that 1664?
Maybe.
You're a homeowner and you can afford that.
Steve, I swear to God, I think we need to have a Stephen moment.
Steve, we need an intervention. Wow, thank you.
Brandon, you need to get Steve on your new show, and Hayden's coming off here.
And guess who's coming on, lads? Guess who's coming on?
I'll give you a clue. It's not Sean Longstaff.
It's the Irish Iniesta. That's who's coming on, I'm telling you.
Irish Iniesta.
Jeffy's coming in. Ahoy, Jeffy.
Jesus.
That does not look good. And they're bringing a stretcher on as well. That does not look good at all.
Steve, join the Discord, please. I think you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. Yeah.
Steve, are you a Pats fan? You're not a Patriots fan, surely.
No, we bought the New Hampshire.
How the fuck? How dramatic is this? Look at those fucking doctors who have to get him off the field. Boy, look at this.
I think they're going to carry him off the. I think they're going to carry him off the field and try and find out what his star sign is.
But you know what is so stupid? They're all tested, right? They're all tested negative before they come even near the pitch, and they wear still this fucking white suits with masks and everything. It's stupid. They should be all negative. So why wear the suits? It doesn't make any sense.
I think this is a broken leg, lads.
For Isaac?
No.
I hope not.
Abraxas, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you massively.
Is VAR checking this tackle?
I think it was more. I just rewinded it back, and it's accidentally kind of just falls on him really, but it's just an awful landing really. I think he. It's either his knee. It's either on the bottom of his knee, or the top bit of his like the leg bone just underneath it. I think he might have done his leg here. You know, I've got
the who's the number 8? He's not. He's looked pretty distressed about it, didn't he, Basuna?
Let's have a look. Here it goes. There's another replay. Yeah.
I reckon you might be right.
It's a broken leg. He literally almost. It's a complete accident.
He's broke that.
Accident. That's a broken.
Yeah,
leg.
it's a complete.
Yeah, just nasty, but no intention at all.
No, it's complete accident. Like it can't be. It's literally wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
wrong place,
these things
wrong
happen.
time.
These things happen. Just unfortunate.
That's a massive miss now. Because if he's out for the rest of the season, which it looks very likely now, you need. Is it now becoming a bigger season for a Jeff Hendrick or a Matty Longstaff? Does he get more of an opportunity because he's more of a defensive type midfielder?
We don't really have someone who fill that gap in if Hayden falls out. Well, we got Hendrick, but
Hendrick needs to show up now. Needs to show up.
Well, I just hope Isaac Hayden's okay. But...
Got another super chat, I think.
Good.
Got 2 super chats. You bugger.
Wow. Connor, thank you very much.
Simon. Simon, flattery will get you everywhere, my friend.
Thanks for your support, Simon. What's Connor's question? Because we've got a bit of time to kill.
It was. Yeah, it does look really bad for Hayden, mate. It does.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad, but it just doesn't.
I'm just curious if Ivan feels the same way about how Hayden Mack show on the NFT channel.
At the very least, he's done his ACL there. At the very least, he's out for the rest of the season either way.
I think he won't be featuring at the start of next season.
No, definitely not.
What month are we on? March.
Yeah. If he's broke it, he'll struggle to do August.
Part of me thinks though, when you see people with broken legs, they need like gas in there because of the shock of breaking your leg.
So
the actual impact.
I broke mine, and I didn't need gas and air until I got in the ambulance. So, like initially, for the first 20 minutes, I just felt I had like a wave of sickness over me for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I broke my tib and fib, but I needed gas and air. It wasn't until like maybe 20 minutes after when I was in the ambulance. So, but I know what you're saying. I would expect like potential of having it straight away, 100%. 100%.
But do you know what they need? This is a big one now. Shit. Fuck off, man.
Martin, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it.
The Hayden's gone off. We haven't got our shit together, and we've gone to sleep.
It's Trossard with a fantastic finish.
Just turn Clark inside out.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's just a hopeful ball, and Trossard and Clark just doesn't deal with it. I'm thinking, does Dubravka do better? It's right in the corner, mind. It's the least that Brighton have deserved, unfortunately. But you know what? It's so poor, and this is really frustrating me, right? Isaac Hayden's been injured for 7-8 minutes, something like that. And we've switched off with the first time that Brighton have got the ball and they've just hoofed it forward and are in a position that he's literally turned one player, taken a shot, and it's gone straight in the back of the net. That is absolutely pathetic.
Fuck's sake.
Absolutely pathetic. You switch on, and you have to make sure that you're on it from the first whistle. Pass the ball around. I know one of your players is in distress, but play it around. Just keep yourselves warm, keep yourselves motivated.
Oh, this is gutting.
It looks like Joelinton's gone in the centre and Miggy's gone on the right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, look, they've been all over us. Absolutely. It's just frustrating, isn't it? Absolutely frustrating to switch off like that.
Half time.
Can we get in? The second half, though? the way we're playing now, I don't think so.
The thing is, Jeremy says they've deserved it. They have deserved it. This first half, we have just sat back, let Brighton really control the ball, control the tempo of the game, and we've literally switched off at the worst point. Half time, one of your best players of the season gets injured, and we're now in a position where we're going to have to change something, especially going forward. We're going to have to take chances.
Well, yeah, because we have to have a shot.
We've had a header from Isaac Hayden, ironically, which just went wide, and that is literally it this first half.
Learned nothing from the first time we played them.
Sam, there's a question. Who's doing the fan reaction?
That is myself and
Carl
Adam.
and Adam.
That'll be interesting.
I'm absolutely fucking gutted. I can't deal with this anymore.
The thing is, though, this is probably more for the score than the players. But Brandon, do you blame Kieran Clark at fault for that? Do you blame Dubravka? Maybe could he done a bit better? How do you look at it?
No, I don't blame anyone. It's just the overall performance for me. It's just the overall performance. We just come on, shit, really. The overall, how many shots we had in goal?
This is probably Steve Bruce's biggest half-time team talk now.
We have to come out now.
What's he going to say? What's he going to say realistically, do you think?
I'll be going, right, Isaac Hayden's been one of the best players for his football club for a little while now. Let's see if we can do it for him. If you don't want to do it for the fans, do it for him. Try and see if we can get something out of this game, because Brighton, we've not laid a glove on Brighton. We have not laid a glove on Brighton. It's just absolutely pathetic.
But
do it for Steve. Do it for Steve. Do it for Steve.
Definitely.
Do it for Steve.
But realistically, what he's going to say different that he did before the game? Because I feel he probably think he is already 1-0 down before the game even started. So what else he's going to say differently than now? What is he going to say? Like, go south, go blaze it, or whatever. Like, what else?
I don't even know.
This is just pathetic, because we're apparently we've got a manager that can deal with situations like this, and then you get people like Paul Merson, who says that Newcastle fans are living in the past, unrealistic expectations, demand to be a top 6 club. I'd happily be 15th right now, 16th. But there's a chance that we will actually get relegated this season. And you've got people like that who just put us in the shit every single week, man.
Love that from Merson, saying we still live in the era. Newcastle fans still live in the era of Shearer, Ferdinand, Ginola. Ferdinand and Ginola left in 1997.
I wouldn't worry, mate. He spent half of it pissed, that's why. Looks a clown.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but, when you're supposed to be a professional sportsman and you want to be held accountable for what you say, and then you come out with absolute waffle.
Hey, dart players are professional sportsmen too.
Hey, I'm talking about coming out with waffle. You putting this as though I should be giving Paul Merson some respect. I don't like it, Sam.
No.
Fight.
Realistically,
Yes,
like to get, mate, it would be maybe Eddie Howe, someone like that of that caliber. Right now, I think me personally, I'd love someone like Steven Gerrard, but realistically, we know that's not going to happen.
The thing is, though, there's a shout. There'll be people saying, you know what's going to happen if he presses the panic button, i.e. Ashley, he'll just let Graham Jones take it from out the end.
Yeah, of course.
Like someone just said, Chris Wilder. Like Chris Wilder, for me, I thought he was a good candidate for the Newcastle job when Rafa left because of how good he did at Sheffield United, and that was that was not even getting them in the Premier League. I think they just got promoted. Sorry, so it's not. I know that he hasn't had a good season this season, but maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. But we need someone to go in there and just get a little bit of positivity around the club. I actually think the negativity of Bruce being the manager is really affecting the players because they know, regardless of what happens, win, lose or draw, and the majority of times it is lose or draw.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of reflecting on it now. Really, we just need some positivity. And
my question is though,
if this result doesn't change, he has to go because we're going down.
So my question is to all three of you lads, like, if Steve Bruce would have been stuck like 3 weeks ago, would it make that much of a difference?
Not 3 weeks ago. No, it happened long before. No, it should have happened long before then. Long before that.
25% possession.
Should it be sacked? But should it be sacked after the Brentford loss? I think that was the moment that he should be sacked.
I've done it after Chelsea at home.
Yeah, Sam went quite early. You went quite early, and I wasn't too sure about that, Sam, at the time.
You can see what was coming.
No, I can understand your point, but when we were playing Chelsea away, we still had this cup quarter final, and that was kind of what I would say maybe 20% of Newcastle fans, including myself, were kind of looking at. Well, if he gets us to a semi-final, he probably deserves a little bit more time. Yes, you can argue we should be beating the teams that we're up against, the Blackburns, the Newports, etc., the Morecambes, but it's a semi-final of a cup, and I think he maybe deserve a little bit more time. But after that Brentford performance, he then gets a point against Liverpool after losing to Man City. And then we have that shambolic Tuesday night performance against Sheffield United. That Sheffield United game was sackable there and then. That was.
He even gave them hope. I think the Brentford game was he should be out. And after the Sheffield loss, we even gave Sheffield like hope, sort of. It's lost now, but for Sheffield, but we even gave them hope a bit. And they went for a little winning streak after our win. So
it's terrible.
I don't know. I think when we lost from Brentford, he should be sacked. That's the key moment for me. Agree or disagree, but
no, it should have been before.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, you probably think we should have never appointed Steve Bruce, which is a fair point, though.
The thing is, though, when we appointed Steve Bruce, you know exactly what we were getting. We were getting a yes man, whether he likes to be told that or not. He was a yes man. He was asked, would you take over Newcastle? And no disrespect, if there's any Sheffield Wednesday fans watching, you are going to leave Sheffield Wednesday to go to Newcastle. Sheffield Wednesday, mid-table to bottom half championship. Newcastle, Premier League club at the minute, right? You're going to leave. You're going to leave to take that job on. And he's probably had... He brought in Andy Carroll. That was probably his signing. I don't think any of the others were his signings. And then this season, he's been given that trust, which Sam's pointed out numerous times. The likes of your Callum Wilsons, your Jamal Lewis's. I'd argue Jeff Hendrick was his signing as well. Ryan Fraser. We didn't grumble. We did not grumble.
No,
those
absolutely
signings.
not.
We were thinking at the start of the season, brilliant. Proven goal scorer, a player that, yes, he's a bit young, but he's got potential. Jamal Lewis, not seen the best of him yet. Jeff Hendrick, he scored 2 goals, but poor signing. And then you've got Ryan Fraser, who really, we're thinking, brilliant. This guy was probably touted for £30 million, £35 million moves, and we're getting him on free. We were thinking, well, if we can finish pretty much where we finished last year, 12th or 13th, but play a bit more better football, we'll probably take that. How we've gone down from 12th to 13th to literally just being above the relegation zone is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. When did you lose faith, Carl?
Fucking hell. What, this season?
Because obviously Sam's saying the Chelsea game, I'm kind of the Brentford game with Brandon.
Yeah, I think I was probably around the Brentford game as well. But entirely, it was that Sheffield United game that done me. I still tried to hold a little bit of blind faith. But after that Sheffield United game, around that sort of time, yeah, I'd had enough. And again, I've tried to be positive again this weekend, but it's hard when this is happening. Like, there's just no change whatsoever. It's really, really difficult, isn't it? We all know how difficult it is. And I've just genuinely had enough. Like, I've got nothing to say anymore because I'm just gutted. I'm literally crying inside because I'm ready for us to get relegated. I really am. And I appreciate we're trying to be positive and we might nick a result from somewhere, but we're getting beat against Brighton, a team that we need to be beating. And we've not come out and gone on the attack, like you said, Johnny. I've looked at this lineup and thought it's not too bad, and then straight from the off we're sitting back, and it's just pathetic to watch.
I hate criticizing. I hate criticizing. But when you at the end of this game, if it stays the same and we lose this game 1 or 2-0 and we barely, the keeper's not even touched the ball. He's probably made a couple of passes, maybe touched the ball with his hands twice. We've done nothing. We've done absolutely nothing. And it just honestly, it's so frustrating. We're in an absolute dogfight. In these 4 games that we were all touting at, your Wolves, your West Broms, your Villas, and Brighton, we were saying we need minimum 7-8 points. We're going to end up with 3.
Yeah.
3 points. Awful.
Yeah. Still let's not take away from that. Sorry, Sam.
No, I was just to say we're very, very reliant on Fulham, aren't we? Connor, what was referencing in his comment there is we have breaking news. Dylan Ryan is a new member. Welcome to the crew. Dylan.
Legend.
Dylan, you have one of the perks that you need is coming into our Discord, because that's the one you want, most of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what Connor was referencing there, but before every game, just for the members, I do a little Sam versus Bruce. So I do a predicted Bruce 11 against the 11 that I would put out and kind of compare the two. So that's just a members only video. So hit the join button for that. And then you also get exclusive Greenwood and Mulliner Show news as well, because we've got 2 guests pretty much booked in, and we've got 1 recorded in the bag, which is coming out tomorrow or Monday. So yeah, I mean, I could tell you now.
This is all the.
I mean, there's quite a lot of people in the watch along, Sam. If you do want to do it, we're just hitting 450.
Oh, okay. Then me and Johnny had an hour with Olivier Bernard the other night, and my word, this is going to be the most controversial Greenwood and Mulliner show ever. Ollie Bernard goes in hard on Graham Souness.
So if you guys want to watch Olivier Bernard with Sam and Johnny, please drop a like on the video, because that is coming soon. These two have worked tirelessly with getting ex-players on, and I think you all saw how Nobby Solano was. I think that's probably going to be quite similar with the majority of people coming on the channel from now, talking about how they were treated by the club. So yeah, I interrupted the Sam there, so I do apologise, mate. What were you saying?
No, just Olivier Bernard did not like Graham Souness.
Interesting.
Can I say as well? This all above, which is in the screen right now, can be for you only for like $2.99 or $1.99 actually, for £2 a month. And if you want to promote us a little bit more, it can be for $4.99. I think you get loads of perks just for that small kind of money, and you help us out a lot.
Big second half. Big second half. And this, look, we just need. There's got to be some improvement. You've got to. Do you know what? Take the rough with the smooth. You've got to really do something different. Like Jeff Hendrick's going to come on. Like he came on just before half time. We need something off him. We need something off our midfield. Willock's been non-existent. Shelby, couple of half decent challenges. Miggy's barely in the game. Fraser can't get into the game. Joe Linton's been anonymous. We need something from our
system isn't working. I thought this was a game for Dwight Gale. I don't think this was a game for Joe Linton, although he's been playing okay of late. I think his physical presence isn't the kind of route you go down. We learnt that from the first game at home with Andy Carroll. It didn't suit him, that game. I think this was a game to try and exploit with pace, be a little bit clever up front, and I thought it would have suited Dwight Gale more with Miggy and Fraser on the wings. Or I mean, Jacob Murphy's inevitably going to come on for Miggy at some point because Miggy's not fully fit. But it's just not working at the moment, and Bruce will leave it too late to make a change, as always.
But you look at the options that we've got on the bench, right? Murphy, Carroll, Gale, Sean Longstaff, potentially Richie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not confident at all that we can get anything from this game. It's gonna. I think Brighton look a good. Like I say, Brighton look a half decent team. They look really, really good, and which is just shows how poor we are. But
absolutely. Yeah, thank you again to everyone who's donated, super chats, become members, absolute legends. If you haven't already, please give the video a like. Johnny's first time on the watch along, fitting right in, like he's part of the furniture, of course. And also, if you're new here, because we've got a lot of viewers in today, and you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel as well. Because this is the kind of content you got. You got this, but you've got Sam and Johnny coming up with ex-Newcastle players. What more could you want? Who's giving you that? I'll tell you, no one. Just Greenwood and Mulliner. So subscribe for more.
Not just former players as well. We've got a scheduled one on Tuesday. I'll not say who, but members will know.
The members already know, and the members already know about the one that we've more or less got booked in as well. So all you got to do is hit that join button. If you all like the video and subscribe now, I will neck this Guinness.
Perfect. Let's get right. We've got 178 likes. There's just shy of 400 in the chat. Let's get to 250 in the next 5 minutes, and Sam will neck it.
Yep, fine.
There you go.
That's not even a challenge, man.
2/3 of a pint. No, it's not really a challenge, is it?
Get yourself another one.
I like that comment from James. Carl, do I really want to tune back in what's 30% possession? You're not going to even get 30% possession at the minute. Well, Jacob Murphy's getting...
Jacob Murphy's warming up.
Warming up?
Interesting.
Come on, Jacob, lad. Come on.
Why not make the change at half-time?
I don't know, but who does he come on for, Sam? That's the interesting one. Does he take off Joe Linton, or what do you think, Carl?
Yeah, I'd probably take Joe Linton off in this situation. Yeah. I tried to defend him, and it's not worked out. So, yeah, I'm happy with Jacob Murphy to come in now, 100%. I think the only worry is whether we've got anyone in the box for his crossing ability.
Was it War Flags that came out with that flag a few weeks ago? At late, seal your face.
Yeah.
Of course, this time next week, we've just finished the big quiz in aid of Be a Game Changer.
Yeah, Sam, do you want to let people know a bit more about that? Because I'm not sure everyone knows. Well, we've got quite a few people in here.
So next Saturday at 7 o'clock, Newcastle Fans TV is hosting, along with a few other organisations like the Foundation, Northumbria Police, NUFC 360, True Faith, the Supporters Trust, War Flags. We're all coming together for a big Newcastle United quiz to remember the good times in aid of Be a Game Changer. There's going to be guest speakers on from charities, and there's also going to be very, very, very special guests reading out the questions.
Go on! Yo, you bastard!
Brandon, this one's for you, mate, as well. Thank you again, Steve, for another donation, mate. You're a hero.
So,
Ryan Fraser's just had a curler that's hit the post. Joe Linton does really well in midfield, wins the ball, a bit of a battle. I think it's with Pascal Gross. He plays it to Miggy. Miggy plays a lovely through ball to Fraser. Right footed curl, does everything right, but hits the post. So unfortunate.
Right.
Yeah,
Laughing, 100%, mate. We had that chat earlier. I've just said I'm more than happy for him to come off. I'll accept when I'm wrong. No problem at all. Sam?
Kevin Fawcett, new member. Get up there.
Yeah, so where were we with the big quiz? Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, big quiz, Sam. 7 o'clock Saturday. It's going to be across so many organisations, social media channels. It's going to be hosted on our YouTube channel, but you can get it on the NUFC's Twitter, NUFC's 360's Twitter, Facebook pages and all sorts. So Lee and our very own Lee and Charlotte from the Trust and True Faith are going to be the main hosts, and we've got some very, very special guests with the questions. And I think it is already out there.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Some people asking the questions include Mr. Alan Shearer, Les Ferdinand, Shola Ramiobi, Steve Harper, who else?
Yeah, Gabby Logan,
George Culkin, Pete Graves. So lots and lots and lots and lots, and there's
there
more
was
as well.
another. Yeah, I was going to say there's a few that we're waiting for confirmation on, aren't we? I think.
Oh, Supermax there. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Danny Welbeck. Oh no!
Appreciate it, mate. Same goes to you. What a dreadful night! What a dreadful night!
So similar to Trossard. So similar. So similar, man. Absolutely pathetic. Oh dear. And all it was a long ball. Morpay does really well. Holds the ball up. Gets, I think it's Landry Trossard. Plays it well, but on the left-hand side. Mankiel lets him go on his right foot. Buries it bottom corner. No chance for Dubravka. 2-0. Game over. But were we expecting anything? Again, I think Dubravka should save that.
No, he shouldn't. Manquillo should have been showing well back down the line. Not good enough. Midfield's way too narrow, and he's waited too long to change it. Brought it on himself.
Yeah, I think Dubravka should do slightly better, but then again, it's not his. It's not
right in the corner.
Manquillo's.
The keeper can't be getting that.
No, I'm just saying that.
Showing him down the line, not bringing him inside, inviting the shot.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault for the goal, Sam. But I'm just saying I just think he could do slightly better. But it's Manquillo's fault, 100%. 100%. It doesn't matter who you put it right back. We've been arguing for ages, months. We can literally flip a coin right now for Manquillo and Kraft, and regardless of if it's a head or a tail, we'll both be annoyed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Although I will say this: the last 2 times Kraft went off a substitute, we have conceded straight afterwards. Not giving an opinion, just stating a fact.
Oh, well.
So we've lost the most must-win game of the season and lost our best midfielder.
Please hit like on the video for that.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. So frustrating because we've not, like I say, 2 moments early in the second half. Fraser hits the post and Welbeck's just scored probably his first goal in about 5 years by the look of it.
And we haven't had a shot on target yet.
No, we haven't.
I don't even know what to say anymore. For the worst, they're frauds. Don't listen to the hype. I hope you're right, mate. Because our goal difference is worse now. That's the problem. Like, it was worse anyway, but it's even worse. But we minus 19 now.
Yeah.
And I think they're minus 16, minus 15.
Do you know what's a funny fact, right? Steve Bruce has got the same win percentage in the Premier League than Graham Potter. And Bruce has been doing it 20 years more or 15 years more. Graham Potter's had 2 seasons in the Premier League. Not even 2 seasons. Football's evolved, right? You need to play football in a certain way, right?
That is it, mate. That is literally it. Like, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Please carry on, but I agree so much, and it's just fucking annoying.
Football's evolved, right? And you look at the teams around us, right? Brighton and Fulham in particular, right? They play football in a certain way. Brighton probably a little bit better than Fulham, right? But they play football in a way that you can kind of get behind. Newcastle at the minute just don't have that at the minute. We don't have a plan A, or if we do have a plan A, it's not a very good plan A. We don't have a clue what our plan B is. We're so negative.
Oh yeah, Jeff Hendrick's on. I've just realised it's taken 15 minutes to realise Jeff Hendrick's actually on the pitch.
Like you look at it, right? You look at it right now, right? And he's playing Miggy's a false 9, which centrally we want him centrally, but we don't want him like as the main man. And today, it just hasn't worked out in that sense. Like, Fraser has had that chance, and he's literally had nothing all game. He's had nothing all game. He's the only one when he has the ball. For me, he looks a little bit dangerous, but even he's had hardly anything in this game.
What do you make of the comment there, or the question there, rather, possibly the worst 50 minutes of Newcastle you've seen this season?
No, Sheffield United was worse.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Brighton at home was worse.
Actually, yeah, it's a fair point.
That was a bad game.
They are all over us right now.
They were at home. And remember, that home game was right after we beat West Ham on the opening day. Thinking life was great.
I think, yeah, with this, I was always worried about getting rid of Steve Bruce now. Or, like, obviously I wanted him gone, and I'd still want him gone, but I was worried about getting rid of him now because it feels like there's not enough games to turn it around. But if we're playing the way we are anyway, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't get rid of him and just take the gamble. Would you agree? Because historically, 10 games, 9 games are nowhere near enough. But we're already in this situation. Surely we've got to try and take the gamble now. What do you think?
Well, we've got to do something. We've got to do something.
This could be his Steve McLaren Bournemouth moment, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Bringing on Hendrick. Gale is warming up and getting ready to come on as well.
The thing is, though,
by an hour.
But who realistically is going to come to Newcastle with 9 games to go? We can't just pluck a Rafa Benitez out there and go, "Oh,
No, of
Rafa,
course
just
not.
do us a favour. You just come just for the last 9, 10 games, see what you can do." There will be desperate managers that will want this job right now. Desperate managers, not good
Will be
managers.
Chris Wilder.
I'm not against it.
I'm not against Chris Wilder. I'm really not. But long term, is he the answer?
No.
Is there a long term in football these days, really?
Is there a long term under Mike Ashley? As much as he tries to make that a thing, it's not, is it?
No. The thing is, Bruce will go back on missing the 3 most creative players: ASM, Miggy, and Wilson. He's got half a point of that.
Playing.
I know, but I'm just saying for the last few games, he's got half a point, right? But you've got to utilise your other players. You've got to try and have a system that benefits your players that you've got on the pitch. Like the tables just come on the screen now. Brighton, Burnley, Southampton look far better than us. It is literally 1 from 2. 1 from 2 from us and Fulham. If it stays like this, which I imagine it will do.
And it will come down to that final game of the season at Craven Cottage.
And there's no way we're winning that with Steve Bruce at the helm.
Probably not.
Yeah, we do. We do still have a game in hand, which is why we just needed to take advantage of this tonight, mate.
Our game in hand's Liverpool. Liverpool. Are we going to beat Liverpool at Anfield?
Realistically, not.
Can't even beat Brighton at Amex. The Amex never mind Liverpool at Anfield.
Brighton's
agree,
home
but we
record
tend
is abysmal as well.
Yeah, no. Come on, Fraser.
I just don't want to hear Bruce come out with an excuse. Well, at 1-0 down, Fraser hit the post. If that would have gone in, then it would have been
Jeff
a different game.
Hendrick. Seriously? Come on.
Yeah, it's a fair point, Marco. How much responsibility do the players need to take? They are not showing the fight. I agree. Like, they do have to take some, but I think the toxicity of Bruce's negativity is unfortunately deeply embedded in their veins.
We've just had a cross in the box from Fraser, right? And Dunk has literally been able to chest it down in his 6-yard box and play a pass or get it clear. There was nobody there. Seriously.
Well, we haven't got a striker on the pitch. What do you expect?
Expect somebody to be in the box. At least think about trying to get a goal back.
West Brom all over again, but playing against a better team.
I think that's just a social media thing, Crystal. I can't see that being the case, mate.
But Jacob Murphy still hasn't come on yet.
Carl knows Bruce is gone. I fucking hope so, mate. My only point is that I just didn't expect him to be sacked before the end of the season. But yeah, I really do hope so.
I'd love to know what Ashley's thinking right now.
He's not watching it.
Yeah, this is all down to Chandler. I'm putting this on Lee Chandler.
Why Lee Chandler?
I just feel like he hasn't got the balls to have a real conversation with Mike Ashley, or Mike Ashley doesn't care, and that maybe Lee Chandler is probably a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for, impressionable than I think he's put in blind faith in Steve Bruce because of his affiliation to the club. And
Lee Chandler thinks Newcastle's a well-run team.
This is my point. This is my point. So I think that he's looking at this. Oh, he's been fed the crap that Steve Bruce is able to get to him, because he obviously doesn't conversate with Mike Ashley.
Oh, well, he's just making the sub now. Murphy's coming on for Joe Willock, who's done nothing today.
Yeah, you guys know of all fans how terrible it is, mate. It's shocking. And yeah. Sorry, Johnny.
He's going 4-2-3-1.
I think that's what he's just trying to say. Would you
take
take off
Murphy communicate like Matt Ritchie?
Would you have taken off Willock, Brandon? Oh, he's muted. Is he?
He's been muted for ages. I don't think he's realised. He's been sat there chatting away and he's not realised he's been muted for the last 20 minutes.
I wondered why it was nice and peaceful.
Brandon, it's not us. You've muted yourself, mate.
Sorry, mate. You're actually right.
I bet you were sat there thinking that we'd muted you, but you'd muted yourself.
Would you take off Willock, Brandon, or not?
Well, he didn't bring much, so I would say yes. And Murphy came on from the bench pretty well against Villa. So, but it's pretty silly that we have to rely on fucking Jacob Murphy to save our ass. I don't see it happening though. I would like to, but
absolutely brain dead tackle from Paul Dummett.
Jesus, what was that?
Absolutely brain dead.
That's a yellow. He's way too late.
Frustration, isn't it? It's frustration.
Heads are going now. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a red card.
It should be a red card, I think.
It's not a red card. It's a yellow all day.
Kevin, give me a private message as Steve did on Twitter.
At Brandon NFTV.
Yeah, with the middle stripe in between.
Scoring the players will be fun.
Oh yeah, mint.
Can't wait.
Kevin, I put it in the chat for you. Send me a message on this, please, and I invite you. Oh no! Wait, wait. This is not a good one. Can I delete this one? Sorry, Kevin. It's middle stripe. That's the one.
Highlight of the night is the guy muting himself.
I'm hearing you.
He didn't even realise either.
I still can't even get. Is Jeff Hendrick playing just off Joe Linton? Yeah.
I've no idea.
Like, seriously, what
Jeff Hendrick never seems to know where he's supposed to be playing on the football pitch. Thing is, though, with Steve Bruce, it's not just the actual first team itself that he's kind of destroyed. It's the talent of the Longstaffs, your Elliot Andersons. I mean, it's so much more deep-rooted than this shower of night we're witnessing and have witnessed over the past few months. It's really damaging, and if something's not done, we can't come back from it. He's got to go tonight. We've got the international break now to get someone else in and to prepare for Spurs at home, whom we've got a fantastic record against at home. So,
do you think that? Sorry, do you think that the club have putting any kind of contingency plans in place for something like this?
Come on, man. Of course they haven't.
Do you not?
No, of course they haven't. Do you know what it is, right? Chris Waff did an article with the Brighton correspondent, The Athletic, and there was like a detailed process of how they do transfers and everything. It's all like one together, how they do things, really, really detailed. And you can just imagine the Newcastle one is literally a couple of pints in Wetherspoons ago, and do you fancy him?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. But,
We've got a counter-attack on, and it was 2 black and white shirts against 7 blue shirts of Brighton.
who all wanted it, by the way. Who all wanted it. Half our team look like competition winners.
Doesn't matter if ASM and Wilson would have been fit. Wouldn't have made a blind bit of difference.
Not tonight.
Not with the way the team set out.
ASM would have probably been taken off after an hour because he would have been so frustrated he would have got absolutely nowhere. Tony, we are on 66.15. Just if you're in the chat, he's saying putting a time on. I'm on 66.15.
Did we ever get to 250 likes?
We're at 210 currently.
Oh, just down your pints, Sam.
Down it.
Yeah, just need a bit of
I've only got a little bit left.
Get a fresh one then.
Done.
Get a fresh one, Sam. See if we can get some more subscribers or something.
I can't miss the game. I've got to score the players later. I can't share it.
Sam, we could just dig out the game against Sheffield United and just dig out the game against how many other teams.
I did think. Do you know? I nearly messaged you, Johnny, this afternoon because I know you tweeted out the Paul Merson thing as well, and I saw a lot of comments saying, "Well, like the lack of research of these pundits these days." Can you imagine if we did the lack of research that these pundits do for a Greenwood Mulliner Show?
Like, you get absolutely crucified. Absolutely crucified.
Oh, what a goal.
These pundits,
what a goal. 3-0. What a goal. And do you know what? Like, it pains me to say it, but what a goal.
We'll take it, mate. We'll take it. Let's hope that is the case.
That is game, set, and match. And Steve Bruce, get yourself out of this football club. Oh, my God.
Steve Bruce is done. Steve Bruce is done.
Welbeck picks the ball up, plays on the right-hand side. Nobody's really looking at Morpay. Lascelles is the closest person to him. Dummett needs to do better. Gets a little bit of space on the half volley. Not on the half volley, on a full volley. No chance of Dubravka. 3-0 Brighton. Relegation on its way, lads. Nothing gets changed.
Every game now, we have to play defensive and play for a point at least in every game. Fuck you know. I don't care how we play anymore if we pick up points.
Sam, you're good at accents. Go on, tell us what Bruce is going to say after this. Well, you know, we're playing
right. No, you can get fucked. Honestly, it's just absolutely pathetic.
Well, you know, if Ryan Fraser didn't hit the post and it went in the back of the net, it'd have been a completely different game.
Absolutely. Do one.
Rubbish.
Fuck me, like.
Load of absolute rubbish.
Oh, we're fucked. We are fucking fucked.
But do you know the thing is the fight, the desire. Everything's there for Brighton. And then you look at us and there's just nothing. Like, there's absolutely nothing there from us. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Frankie's just put a super chat on card, and if you want to put that.
Legend, mate, legend. Sorry, I've become very disjointed.
Literally, our only blessing is that Fulham didn't win yesterday. That was our only blessing.
Yep. Otherwise, we'd be in the bottom 3.
Yeah, Matt, it was Burma. But you look at the replay. Jamal Lascelles sees him. The cross comes in, and Morpay, all he has to do is move a tiny bit, and he's already put in a position that he's got half a chance of scoring. He shouldn't really score from there with the way he's tried to score. But do you know what? Nothing surprises you with this lot. No one, honestly, I'll be absolutely amazed if anyone gets more than a 3 on this player ratings tonight.
Let's not forget
You're
as well.
doing it as well.
Minus 20 goal difference now.
Wow.
Minus 20. I think, what is it that historically the 3 teams with the worst goal difference usually go down?
I've said this for ages. My dad said this a couple of weeks ago. The 3 teams with the worst goal difference go down 99 times out of 100. It's us, Sheffield United, and West Brom. Brighton have got another corner. Let's see if they can mark a little bit better this time. But just play for a bit of pride if you want, lads. Like, you know, just anything would be brilliant because you've not done it for the first 71 minutes. We're absolutely all over the place. All over the place. Let's have a look at some of the comments while Carl's just gone for a second. You's making Brighton look like Brazil, and that's something.
Apologies, I wasn't having a cry. I forgot to plug my battery in. He says, wiping his tears away.
I know. But this stinks of 2016. What happened after that? This stinks of 2009, and what happened after that? So, unfortunately,
yeah, it does. Going down with a whimper.
This is it. Like it just hurts now.
Pathetic. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like,
do you think Ryan Fraser and like Almiron, Joe Linton, Shelby, Hendrick, do you think they really give a fuck?
No.
Because you've got Jacob Murphy there, boyhood Newcastle fan. You got Andy Carroll on the bench there. You got Sean Longstaff on the bench there, boyhood Newcastle fans. You got Dummett there at left back, boyhood Newcastle fan. And then sat at home twiddling their thumbs, you got the likes of Matty Longstaff, Elliot Anderson, Mark Gillespie, boyhood Newcastle fans. The only player that really gives a shit that you can tell on that pitch at the moment is the captain.
he was arguably at fault for the 3rd goal.
It's one of them.
There's nobody there that's literally. You could go through every player today, and you can go, have they put 100% for that shirt a day?
No.
I would say the only person that has who looks half bothered today and trying to do something is maybe Ryan Fraser, but that is literally about it, and he'll not even get a high score today.
It's a fucking joke. I'd have a massive rant, but I really can't be asked, to be honest.
It's past that though now. Again, if you just go on a massive rambling rant, then you wouldn't have said anything that hasn't already been said, and that people don't already know.
Exactly. Seeing guys, too late for the new managers to do things. I guess the only thing. I think, like I said, if we're already going down, like this is pathetic, mate. This is absolutely pathetic. We're already going right down. Why can't we change it?
Well, it isn't, because when McLaren left, we were already in the bottom 3, weren't we? When, the 2009 season, it was just an absolute clusterfuck. We're still out of the bottom 3.
How?
So if someone comes in and you get that new manager banked, we only need 2 wins and a draw, perhaps, and that'll probably do.
Sam, where are we getting those wins from?
Burnley away, Sheffield United at home.
2 wins in 20.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what I'm saying. If you get a new manager and fresh ideas, then 2 wins should be easily achievable.
I hope so, mate. I hope so.
Joseph, I genuinely feel your pain, mate. I'm struggling. Like, I'm really annoyed. Really, really gutted.
Good. At least you weren't overrun on the fan reaction tonight, then, Carl.
This is true. I'm working on it.
If you want, like I say, if you want to be on the Family Action Show, get the link will be in the comments. The link will be in the comments. We'll try and get as many people on. Carl,
No, the link's on the description now, but don't go on it yet because otherwise Carl and Adam won't be able to get in.
Get in, yeah. Someone else will have to run it.
We've got Sam with the quick thoughts as well, so that'll be. You don't want to miss that either. So
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot in a minute and get ready for that.
I'm just going to quickly go and grab a drink, gentlemen. Bear with me.
Get me one mug there.
What do you want, mate? Guinness?
Yes, please. I should just mention, I'm fully aware that some people may think it's sacrilege. I'm not drinking from a Guinness glass, but my wife broke. I think it was my wife. Hang on. Was it my wife? Someone in my household broke it. And by someone, I mean either the dishwasher or my missus. So I've got to make do. Sean Longstaff's on, so Dwight Gale's not coming on.
Well, or Andy Carroll. Sean
or Andy Carroll.
Steve.
Yeah, the Polish flag tribute.
Of course I do. Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia. We got a small following there.
Brandon, is this the worst match of the season? Is this the worst performance of the season?
No, it's not actually, because the first Brighton game we played at home was even worse because they don't even have Lemty now, and Lemty ripped us apart.
That's a really good point.
That's
a really good point.
I've just seen a cracking comment. I think someone's been on the beverages more than me. Where's it gone? Here it is. Bless you, Kelvin.
Aaron's got a super chat. If we go down, do you think we'll go straight back up?
No.
When you look at the teams in the top 6 of the Championship, right? Do you think we're better than any of them? Norwich, Watford, Swansea, Brentford. We've got beat off Brentford. Brentford's second team. I think we would be very fortunate to get promoted straight time. So,
and let alone if you go down to the Championship, we wouldn't have this team either. We wouldn't have them. So we're gonna show up with an even worse team than we do now. Mickey wouldn't be there. ASM wouldn't be there. Wilson wouldn't be there. Who would be there?
I want to know what we do.
Very quiet on the Newcastle bench.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Where are the Graham Jones fans now? Where have they all gone?
Do you know what I want to know, Sam? What did they do in training in the week? Like, what did they do? Why did they not look at Brighton and go, right? How can we match them? They've more or less played a 3-5-2 today, right? They've gone really bold, really attacking, really gone for it. Okay, and they're obviously missing one of the main defenders in Dan Burn as well, and they still look so much better than us. I think they're playing an academy graduate as well. I think he was playing in defence to replace Dan Burn today. And you look at them, and they're miles better than us. Miles better.
This is a good point, though. If we do go down, would you offer Dwight Gale a new contract?
Would he take it?
Yeah.
Would he take a Newcastle contract right now? We're getting what he's on now. Look, Gale's a good Championship striker. He's probably guaranteed, if he's 30, guarantees you 15 goals, I think, at least. Jacob Murphy probably does a job for you in the Championship. But again, you're looking at the players that are on this pitch right now, right? Who realistically would be in that first 11 in the Championship if we get relegated? You know, you look probably Mankio because no one would probably take him.
Say hello.
Hello.
Come.
Oh, who we got here, Brandon?
Oh.
This could be
Is it gonna be four?
No, it's blocked off the line. Blocked off the line, more or less.
Come.
Jeff Hendrick touched the ball. Breaking news: Jeff Hendrick has just touched the ball.
Come.
Hello, Sam. Hi, Tony.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. Hi.
It's not a good time. It's
Not a good sign.
not a good time.
We are 3-0 down, so it's not good time.
Okay. Sorry, next time. Oh, what's going
She come next time. He's sorry for the score. Yeah.
It'd be
That
like,
sounds
you've met before. You've met before. Like me and Sam, like when? Remember we're getting beat off Brighton 3-0. Oh yeah, remember that time.
Complete joke.
Oh yeah, man.
But no, Johnny, it's not our worst performance. It's after the Brighton home loss. It's our worst performance. Dreadful.
Bet Callum Wilson's chuffed he picked us over Aston Villa.
Yeah. Tell you what, Goal must be a fucking excellent movie. It really must be unbelievable. I haven't seen it in years. It must be amazing. You can just imagine on the final day of the season if Fulham do relegate us, right? And not Santiago Munez. Do you remember my goal against Fulham? That'll just be memed everywhere, won't it?
Absolutely.
It's pathetic.
Yeah, it's a shit one for you as well, Liam, massively.
See you next season.
Yeah, we'll be playing together.
Hey, Bramall Lane's not a bad away day, Carl. We did it last year. It was alright.
Absolutely, it was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
Got a soft spot for Sheffield United, actually, I think, because of the Gary Speed connection as well.
So yeah, when Brighton makes subs, their substitutions are like shown a tactical sheet and told what to do.
They look happy to go on.
Remember when we used to have that?
Oh, here we go. Danny Welbeck.
4-0. Oh, good save.
Good save. I think he's offside, actually. Looks like he's offside.
Right, I'm scooting. I'll see you all on the instant match reaction at 10 p.m. So until then, love you. Bye.
Bye.
It's just so depressing. I feel like I should apologise for doing my first live fan reaction, what's it called, watch along. Sorry, with 3-0 down.
Oh, well, Johnny, to be fair, you've been good to the channel, but just not that much to the team.
Oh, lovely.
So if we want to win a game, you shouldn't be on.
No, I'll just leave. I'll leave. I'll leave the channel.
I just joking, mate.
Get in the comments. Who do you think would stay if Newcastle were to get relegated? Because I can name about 4 players. I'm going to get in a minute. I think Jacob Murphy would probably get a new contract.
Yeah.
I think Mankiel would probably stay because I think no one would buy him. I think Kieran Clark will stay because he's just signed a new deal. And I think Carl Darlow would probably stay because he'd probably be number 1. And then that is literally about it that I can think of at the minute.
Yeah, same, mate. I can't really see it. Maybe no, Kieran Clark probably wouldn't stay.
You know, I only think the relegation will do good to the Longstaff brothers. If Steve Bruce is not longer in charge, it will be good for the Longstaff brothers as they probably played in the championship, I think.
It's a fair point because you look at when Andy Carroll was part of that squad, he was given the opportunity to kind of go out, learn your trade. In the championship, we're going to take a chance on you because you've got experienced players around you, like your Aniobis, your Lovencrans, Kevin Nolan, who occasionally plays as number 10. You had those players around, and we don't have that this year. We don't have those experienced players.
No.
Like even when you look at 2016-17 in the championship, we had Diarme, who knew the championship. We had Perez, who was better than the championship. We had a Gale who was a younger version of Gale, who was just played a season of Palace in the Premier League, and Matt Ritchie, who just joined after a full Premier League season. Like he'll want to get out. He was nearly gone, wasn't he? He was nearly gone. He apparently said his goodbyes to the players. in January to go to Bournemouth. This is just, I'm saying this is just, we're just so poor. And the thing is, everyone will go back, well, if we stay up, we'll have this take. Forget about takeovers. When you look what's right in front of you right now, have we got a team that represents Newcastle United right now? No.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Do you guys take Mitrovic back if we do get relegated to the Championship?
I don't think we'd be in for him, mate, to be honest.
No, I don't think we would either.
I'm just saying, like, if we get relegated, we should take Mitrovic because
As much as I liked his
scored.
passion, I still don't think he's got enough about him goal scoring wise, mate.
I think a Championship level.
If you go down to the Championship, he scored a lot of goals in the Championship.
Yeah, but Dwight Gale scored more.
Fair point. Yeah.
The thing is, when you look at this team, because obviously most Premier League teams will look at the teams that have got relegated and go, right, who do you think? You look at Sheffield United, you think maybe Sam Burge, who's probably one of the better players. West Brom, you look at maybe Sam Johnston. You know, he's a good player. He's a good goalkeeper. Potentially, maybe might get a bigger move. If you look at Newcastle right now, like, who realistically would you look at Premier League clubs go, right, I'd like to have him at Newcastle? Callum Wilson, maybe? Saint-Maximin when he's on it?
Yeah, and I think Miggy as well. But other than that, which is Dubravka, arguably.
Yeah, possibly. I think he's more of a European. I think a club in Europe would probably get him. I don't think there's a club in England that would go. We need Dubravka, but.
Oh, sorry, mate, I missed that. But yeah, that's fair enough. I understand. Thank you, Connor, by the way. Appreciate that, mate. You legend. Why is it we always have a mental block against Brighton player? We're just so devastated by all this. No one inside the club cares. That's exactly how it feels, mate. Nail on the head. And I don't know, is the answer. I really don't know. We've just not got anything about us anymore.
We've got 3 minutes left for this game. We still don't look like scoring if we played another 3 games right now.
I know.
Mate, this game is lost.
Nightmare.
I don't really watch the game anymore, actually, to be fair. It's terrible.
Cheers, Stu.
Yeah, appreciate that, Stu. Sorry, mate. I was blanked then.
I actually think if we go down, I don't think Darlow or Dubravka would stay with us. I think because they could play for way better teams than we are. They've been proving themselves. I can easily see Arsenal pick up Dubravka or Chelsea, and then we'll play Premier League. I don't think they will be along us, and I wouldn't blame them either if we drop down to Championship.
I'm just sick of some media outlets portraying the Newcastle media and the Newcastle fans as something that they're not.
Yeah,
that really wound me up the day with Merson. That was absolutely pathetic what you said today. And
it's just a cop out of what to say, mate. It's like you said, you hit the nail on the head. It's just lazy journalism, lazy punditry.
Couldn't care less if they said Brighton are a better team than Newcastle. Brighton are probably going to win this. If Newcastle will probably go. Newcastle have got a very good chance of going down. Say all that. That's fine because that's your opinion. You get paid for your opinion. You don't get paid to slag off fans or slag off clubs.
Yeah. Like, because it was nice to hear him saying about the fans and stuff like that, and that we shouldn't be in this mess. But don't say, like you've said, about us expecting to be in the fucking top 6 and for us to be more realistic, because that isn't the case. It isn't.
Well, apparently, Jeff Stelling's come out on Twitter. Apparently, something just saying in the comments. Apparently, understands what we're on about now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, lads, if you haven't already, and lasses, please like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're interested in more content, Johnny up in my top left-hand corner is part of the Greenwood and Mulliner Show. They have lots and lots of massive guests coming on the show, on the channel rather. So please subscribe for more of the likes of Olivier Bernard, Norberto Solano, and we have journalists on the show. George Colkin, I believe, has been on. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
No, yeah, George Colgan, Chris Waugh from The Athletic. We've just had Nobby Solano and Olivier Bernard's coming out Monday, I think, or maybe tomorrow. It just depends on what we're thinking. But we're filming another Greenwood Mulliner Show on Tuesday with probably one of the most well-known commentators of Premier League football. That's all I can say on the matter.
There you are. There's an interesting little clue for you. Yeah. Who else we got? What we got? We got a massive the quiz coming up for Martin Lorimer, which is being hosted by the channel amongst other avenues as well. The likes of Alan Shearer, Les Ferdinand. I think there's some first team players being included. I can't remember who they are and whether they've been confirmed, so don't hold me to that. Matt Ritchie, okay. Gabby Logan. There are a couple of people that I won't announce yet, but I think they are going to be doing it. Born and bred in Newcastle as well. So a massive thing for Martin Lorimer. Hopefully you can all tune into that. Something that Lee and I think Charlotte Robson is hosting it. Is that right? Is it Charlotte from?
I couldn't tell you for sure.
I think it's Charlotte from MUST and the Truth Faith podcast is also hosting that as well. So loads coming up.
So I'm not even joking, right? Jacob Murphy's just got the ball, ran a little bit, crossed it in, straight in the keeper's hands. No one near it trying to attack the ball whatsoever. And that literally just sums it up with a minute and a half left or something left. It's just pathetic.
I can't believe I am. I've missed most of the substitutions, if any. Who has actually come on?
So with obviously Hendrick came on for Hayden. God knows how bad Hayden's injury is. It looks serious. It looks really serious. Jacob Murphy came on. Who did he come on for? God. Joe Willock. I'm trying to remember because Joe Willock did absolutely fuck all tonight. And then obviously Sean Longstaff has come for Miguel Muron, who just ran around really. Did a Liam, just ran a lot. Played one pass to Ryan Fraser, which he nearly scored, but that was literally it. But no Gale, no Carroll being used in this game.
We lack of passion. We look of creativity. We look dreadful, man. It's just, like I cannot see anyone.
Full time.
I cannot see anyone on scoring the players get better than like a 5. Really?
No, Mum, I'm not. We're getting relegated, aren't we? If it carries on like this, so I'm not well at all. Thanks for checking in on me, though.
That's full time. Full time. Brighton 3, Newcastle 0 in the biggest game of the season, in which Newcastle needed to try and win to go above Brighton. Absolutely battered. Absolutely disgraceful. And Steve Bruce, all the cameras on Steve Bruce at the minute. And it just. I think he's out. There's just absolutely no way he can keep his job on that after that performance.
He should be finished, man. Oh wait.
Like Villa fans have been on this chat today, right? And they warned us a little bit. Like everyone's thinking, well, Steve Bruce at Aston Villa, he nearly got them up. He did a half decent job. The football wasn't great, but he can come apart. You can go, well, he's doing an all right job. Like Villa fans feel sorry for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't have the best relationship with Villa fans for a couple of reasons, but it just shows. Like Jamal Lascelles is just walking off the pitch. I'd love to know what's been said in that dressing room. I'd love to know what's been said because it's an absolute disgrace, that performance. Absolute disgrace.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything more about that. Like you hit the nail on the head, Johnny. It's. I really worry about us now. I really do. We are probably favourites to go down now.
I think we already were, mate. We've been favourites for the last 3 weeks, I think.
I don't think. I think if we win this game, we were not so much of a favourite.
No, we have been with the bookies. We've been favourites to go down, mate. In England.
The bookies in England after the Aston Villa game we only drew, put us as favourites to be relegated. But I don't know when. I'd be amazed if we're not the favourites to be relegated after Fulham. Like Fulham are 2 points behind us, have played a game more. But I think more people would put money on Newcastle getting relegated. That's how bad it is.
Absolutely.
That's how bad it is. When you see that performance against a team that's only 1 place above you. Fulham were 10 points behind not a long time ago, but have just shown a little bit of fight, a little bit of heart, a little bit of bottle. And do you know what? It'll be a matter of time before they're above us. If Newcastle have any hope of staying in this division right now, they need to get rid of that manager. That manager is not good enough. He's just not good enough. You've got to get him out. Get somebody in who's capable of doing the job, willing to take a chance. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what people might think of Newcastle, at the minute we're still a Premier League club. If you're a Premier League manager, that gets you about 3 or 4 jobs afterwards. If you can keep Newcastle up and get the fan base going, you never know what could happen. Yep. But it's an absolute disgrace, that performance.
Johnny and Carl, do you guys think we pick up some points if ASM, Miggy and Wilson are all back for the next couple of games? Even though we have tougher opponents, do you think we can maybe create something?
It's going to, of course, it will be better. It will be better. But my worry is, mate, like our run of games is so tough. Like I appreciate Johnny's absolutely right. Like the Burnley game, you'd expect to get points from that. But the rest of those games are really difficult games. Yes, Liverpool aren't the best at the moment, but still they're a far superior side.
Where are we getting points?
I don't see any.
We've just been beaten off Brighton, right? Burnley are playing good football, picking up results. Fulham are literally, apart from getting beat off Man City and Leeds, these was a bit of a surprise. That was a surprise, okay? But they're picking up points. We are not picking up points. We've won 2 games in all competitions in the last 20. That is relegation form. Where are we picking? We can't. I'm sorry. Spurs are hot and cold. But the way that we're playing, Spurs will end up beating us 4 and 5. It'll be one of those days when Mourinho just gets it right and Harry Kane and Bale and Son have a good day. Burnley's a game where it'll be a goal either way, just because of the way Burnley play. You've got West Ham after that who are having their best season in God knows how long. You know, you're saying where do we get points from, right? We looked at these 4 games. We looked at these 4 games in March and late February. Wolves, Aston Villa, West Brom, and Brighton. And we've picked up 3 points.
Yeah.
That's not going to keep you up in this division. I'm sorry, it's not going to keep you up. It'll be a matter of time before Fulham finish above us.
Absolutely. And like we said, we are now minus 20. Minus 20 goal difference. Minus 20. With 2 wins in 20 games. 20 games. What else can we say?
It's just pathetic, isn't it? But I think, what time is Sam on? 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you everyone for jumping in the chat. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that's donated today, that's become a member. Absolute legends. It really does help lift the spirits a little bit. So thank you for that. And obviously it helps the channel massively. Thank you very much, Brandon, as always, and thank you to Johnny on his debut on the watch along. How was it, mate?
No, thanks to the pair. It's been, like I say, he's helped us along the way, so thank you.
Perfect. Yes, we've got Sam coming up immediately on the instant reaction, and then it'll be myself and Adam on the fan reaction. So if you want to jump into that, obviously that'll be around 10:15. And then we have scoring the players with Johnny, Sam. Who else is on? Or was it just the both of you?
Me, Sam, and Liam, and then Lee's at the last word.
And then Lee on the last word. So yes, thank you to all of you again. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.